Caleb AM. It's yours.
Oh. Should we listen to the theme song?
What's up, everybody? My name is Caleb.
And if you couldn't tell, my name is also Caleb. And this is a little show we like to call
Caleb AM. And we do it at 6:30 in the morning.
every Wednesday, and except for the next 2 or 3 weeks. 2 weeks. Well,
Yeah, we had 3 weeks in a row where it was
6 a.m.
6 a.m. So we decided to
Go back to our roots.
go 3 weeks without Caleb AM. Just
Oh.
kidding. That's the worst idea ever. It's not by our own volition.
Volition.
Isn't that right? Pretty sure that's a word.
Volition. I've never heard that word. If it is, though,
Hold on. Let's see if it's a
Volition.
word.
well, he's looking that up. This is our last episode in 101D. We've had a whole almost year in here.
Yeah.
Caleb AM started as a wee little podcast.
Volition, the faculty or power of using one's will. So yeah,
Nice.
that was correct. Sorry guys, I was using my...
If I knew how to use OBS properly, I'd throw Volition up on the board and be like word of the day. But maybe next season, quote unquote, we'll have words of the day.
Maybe.
Yeah. Caleb
I
AM.
mean, we already have so many things that we do weekly, we might as well
add a word of the day. Well, we used to do Caleb AM right here. It was just a podcast at the
Yeah,
time.
we were actually in these same positions, but our seats were turned around.
Yeah.
And we were just leaning in towards a microphone.
Yeah.
So that way it would pick up.
And it used to be on Spotify, and we used to have
And-
8 a.m. classes, so
And it used to be 30 minutes long.
yeah.
And
Now
then
it's-
one time we went like an hour 15, and it was like, you know
This
what?
is the best thing ever.
We'll do it every single week.
And then we decided we'd do it live, and we enjoy it
Live is
so
fun.
much. So,
Especially with our #1 fan, Colton Merchant, who's maybe watching right now. He was probably really happy if he got up at 6:30 and saw
That we're actually starting
it was
at
actually
6:30?
starting at
Yeah.
6:30.
well, it's kind of a bittersweet episode. Like, I'm
Yeah.
happy that Caleb AM's moving forward, but at the same time, like, this will be our first studio, man.
This was the place.
This was the place. But
And now next time we're live, we're gonna be so awkward because we're not gonna know what's going on.
it's true. But
And it's also gonna be 3 weeks from now, and that makes me really sad.
it's okay.
I don't wanna. Sorry.
You're gonna make me cry. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead for the last time in the studio. Do our Bible verse of the week.
What was the verse this week?
The verse this week. This verse has to do with my week, which is why I chose it. And I'll talk about it more when we get to my week. Because, yeah, this is just cool. Okay. So this is 1 Corinthians 10:13. No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind, and God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear, but when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it.
You know something cool?
What?
I almost chose that verse last week.
Did you?
Yeah.
I was honestly afraid that we had done it before, but I don't think we have. I went back and watched some old episodes.
I don't think so.
But I really wanted to do that verse because something with this verse happened in my week, and then I wanted to talk about that.
My 6:35 alarm is going off.
Finally. You always.
But I got the watch on, so it doesn't make a noise.
Dang. That's okay. Well.
Oh man, I yawned.
Me too. It means we're emotionally connected.
Yeah. Sorry, my brother complimented my drawings.
Oh, cool. You did have some good drawings.
I was proud of him.
I'm proud of you.
You were saying?
But yeah, I'll talk more about that verse when we get into my week. But first, we get to open energy drinks for the
The last time. This is. Sorry, that's a Taylor Swift song.
Anyways, I'm just gonna reach in and whichever one I grab first gets to.
Oh, that's mine. Well, it is July 5th. Yesterday was July 4th, but this is our July 4th episode. We like to have the themed episodes here, so I chose Star Blast. There are two, like, actually American flavors that have, like, stars and stripes and planes on them, but when I actually saw both of them in a store this week, and I'll talk about that, I guess. Oh man! But I didn't buy either of them.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think about that until last night when you asked me if I was going to drink a Star Blast because it was kind of a 4th of July.
Yeah. Well.
Those yawns hurt my throat.
Yeah, I'm ready to stop yawning. I decided I'd go back to Old Faithful again. I go to this one a lot, but...
Like every other week.
Yeah, but... White gummy bear, I just love this thing.
He
it's
loves
so good.
the thing.
Alright,
I'm popping mine.
I'm gonna join.
I need this cold liquid to hit the back of my throat because the back of my throat hurts after those awful yawns.
Yes! I love this! I love this thing! Sorry, kid. I think that was my
Yes! Yes!
I think that was my first time having Star Blast. That was really good. I like that a lot.
It's a lot like Rainbow Unicorn, but a little bit more American.
I think it's better than Rainbow Unicorn.
It's not as sweet as Rainbow Unicorn.
I like that. Packs more of a punch.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, for the last time in the apartment, I'm going to ask a question that was posted onto my Instagram.
Our Instagrams, as always, not linked, but the handles are below in the description.
To find them, add us.
So you can vote on our polls that we do weekly.
Yeah. This week for 4th of July, it was our first ever 3-way voting.
Which is
was
crazy.
Red versus blue versus white. And so you've got a big task ahead of yourself.
I do got a big task ahead of myself. I got to split 3 things between 100.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Going with my intuition, I'm just gonna go straight out and say it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think of what I'm gonna say.
I thought you already knew what you were gonna say.
Okay. I'm going 51 blue, 25 red, 24 white.
That was correct math, I think.
Yes.
I was looking at this and it seemed really wrong because of what the numbers actually are, but
dang
you were actually pretty close.
Was I?
Yeah, it was. You were super close on red.
Oh, wow.
It was 27 red,
Okay.
61 blue, and 12 white.
So I had the right.
You had the right order, and
just
you were
the numbers
super
were
close
wrong.
on red.
Yeah.
And then blue and white were only like 9 off, 10 off. So,
If I didn't want to do quick math, I might have done different numbers, but I was just trying to do something quick, so I just.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
That's completely understandable.
But it's okay. I'm proud of my answers.
Yeah, you did pretty good.
Yes. Well, Caleb, would you like to talk about why you picked blue?
Well, I'm wearing a blue shirt.
Yeah.
And a blue beanie. And my favorite color is purple. But purple wasn't an option. So I chose blue because my other favorite colors are blue and green. So, and my least favorite color is actually red. I don't like red. So,
Really?
Yeah. The only thing that I like that's red is like when people talk about Jesus' blood and Spider-Man.
Spider-Man! Spider-Man also has blue, though.
Exactly.
So, okay, cool. Well, I chose red. I love red. Red's in my top 3 favorite colors. And I think it's really cool because both of our favorite colors are purple.
Mm-hmm.
And you picked blue and I picked red.
And
we're
those
best friends.
together make purple.
Exactly. But yeah, I just like the color red. I like things that are red usually. The first Dire Wimpy Kid book is red. Spider-Man, as we said, is red.
Well, the 5th Dire Wimpy Kid book is purple, so...
That's true, and that's my favorite color.
And the 6th one, the best one,
Is blue.
is blue.
The best
so
Dire Wimpy Kid is blue, but...
Looks like you made a mistake.
I don't think I made it.
I'm kidding. You can't really make a mistake on a Kill the boat.
That's true. Well, you can, but we won't talk about those moments.
Like if you vote for Chick-fil-A over Popeyes.
Yeah. What else is red? The fire emblem on Avatar is red.
The fire burning inside my soul for
red.
Caleb M.
My heart for Caleb AM is red. I have a lot of red shoes.
Red lightsabers are cool.
Red lightsabers are really cool.
I don't dislike like any color, but red is just, I don't know.
If I had to pick a least favorite color, it would probably be like dark green, but I don't hate dark green either.
I like lighter green.
I do like lighter greens as well. Maybe like
some type of yellow, probably.
like a mustard yellow.
Yeah, mustard yellow. It's ugly. One of the barf looking colors.
Yeah.
But I think red's been growing on me lately.
I like red.
There's a lot of red in my favorite color or favorite parts of Demon Slayer. Like Tanjiro's hair is red.
Yeah.
He has a little red thing.
Dude, what's his face from
Goku's
Jujutsu
red.
Kaisen?
Red
His
hair.
pink hair.
Pink hair.
That's the coolest color of pink I think I've ever seen in my life. That's a cool color pink.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, well, now, what do you want to? We said what we need to say about the poll, or is there anything left?
This one wasn't very
Exciting.
exciting, I guess.
I thought
was
it
just-
would be because it was three.
I mean, I
things.
really like the colors. I could talk about the colors.
Yeah.
We didn't give White any time to shine. White was the underdog. He performed like the underdog.
Well, sometimes white is a clean look. You know, you go with a pair of white Air Force Ones.
I got this
with a
white
white
He Was
shirt.
My First bracelet on.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, my watch band's also blue. I forgot to mention
Yeah.
that.
I mean, 1 second, because I forgot to put it on to this one.
Hateful, hateful, hateful.
Um,
But what is it? Oh, that's funny. It's dark green. Least
Well,
favorite color.
when I say dark green, I don't mean like a forest green. I think forest green's a cool color.
I like forest green. That's a good color.
Yeah. I was meaning more like camo green.
You mean like
or army
you know
green?
that one shirt I have that's dark green?
Yeah.
It says high braze on it. That one. That one. I don't like that color at all.
Yeah.
But I wear the shirt because I have it. So.
Yeah. But I'm also not a big orange guy.
I'm not a big orange.
I can do orange.
Blue and orange used to be my favorite color, which is one of the reasons I was an Auburn fan.
Yeah. But
That was when I was a little kid. I still really like Auburn. They're my second favorite, SEC team.
white's just
TCU's number 2, but for real though.
white's a clean color.
I like white.
Yeah. I like blue too. Blue's awesome. The reason I didn't go with blue was because I was looking at it in terms of the American flag, and I wasn't thinking of the other shades of blue that I really like. And that's my fault.
I guess that's fair.
But, you know, if we're going just shades, a shade of red would be maroon, and I love maroon. So,
Baby blue.
I do. Baby
It's
blue
my
is
second favorite color.
It's a nice color.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I think a nice, clean white is a really good color. It's why when I'm like, you know, buying shoes or whatever, the white ones always stick out. But then my mom's always there to be like, Caleb, once you wear those one time, they're gonna be gray because you're gonna walk outside and they're gonna get dirty. And then I'm like,
That's why you clean them.
you're right. I don't have shoe cleaner or anybody that I know and love that has shoe cleaners. Nobody I like has shoe cleaners, so I'm not willing to ask anybody. Oh no, Caleb has shoe cleaner. No.
I helped our friend clean her shoes.
You're right, you did. Good job.
Thank you.
I told her what it was called, by the way,
Okay.
since she apparently never asked
She
me.
never asked me.
But
I was sitting around by my phone waiting.
but yeah,
Well,
I'm a fan of all three of the colors.
I mean, our country has some great colors.
Red, white, and blue are good colors.
Unless you're an Ole Miss fan. And they suck.
Golly, then I don't like them at all.
But, well,
But yeah.
Are you ready to one last time talk about our weeks on the Caleb video?
This is the last time I'm talking about my week. I think it's my turn.
It is your turn. It's your turn to go first.
I like how we could never figure it out or remember, but we could have just done by whoever did the poll. It was their week.
Yeah.
Like that. And now it's too late. We're not going to remember that in 3 weeks.
No! I'll look back on this episode of Caleb AM the night before to figure out who went first last time.
Yeah.
Mental note though, I go first next week. Not next week. No.
3 weeks. I know, right? I just 3 weeks. I can't do that.
Yes, you can. You can.
I've had to do, like over Christmas break, we went a little bit of time between episodes.
Yeah.
That was bad. But then when we finally did do episodes, they went like 3 hours long.
Yeah.
So it kind of made up for it. But like,
those were good episodes. The one with Evan was one of my favorite Caleb AM episodes. Not my favorite, but one of my favorites.
I really like the one where Andy and Colton were both in it, and we had a 4-man Caleb AM.
That one was fun.
Although I don't think we can ever do that again until we're like ultra famous, because like, unless one of the guests' name was Caleb, we kind of got too. It was only 50% Caleb, and that wasn't right.
And that doesn't make it Caleb AM. That makes it Caleb and Friends.
Yeah, that wasn't the right thing to do.
New show, Caleb and Friends.
But to be fair, it was just supposed to be Andy, but then Colton spent the night, and then after like an hour is when Colton.
I remember when we had the Colton in back-to-back weeks.
Oh, I know, Colton was just there. It was when Daniel was on that Colton joined in the middle, but then we deleted that episode.
Yeah, my fault.
That was all your fault.
That was my fault.
It was all of our faults actually. That was probably the worst episode of Caleb AM.
Which is why it no longer exists on YouTube.
People just can't know about it. Yeah. But so, I guess next week I'll be at a camp.
I guess next episode we'll have to talk about our 3 weeks. I gotta remember to write everything down.
I ever since we started doing it, where we like really like the main talk is like about our weeks, which is kind of what it's always been.
Yeah.
But we never like went like okay.
It was never formatted. Like when we first started, we would just like talk about tell stories from our week.
Yeah, but now we kind of like you talk and then I talk and you talk. But since we started doing that, we haven't had a week-long break. The last week-long break we had was for Guatemala.
Yeah.
But before that, we were still just kind of like talking until we didn't want to talk anymore.
I guess like next episode we'll have to just talk because
instead
of writing down 3 weeks.
There was 1 week, the first week where we were like having to start at 6. We almost like just didn't do it, and I was like, wait, no, we can't, because like what am I supposed to do when we have to talk about 2 weeks of stuff? That's way too much stuff to talk about. But I'm gonna like really have to write stuff down for the next 2 weeks.
I'm just gonna vibe and see where Caleb AM leads me next week.
I'm only gonna
not next week, next 3 weeks.
I'm only gonna write stuff down if it's like super cool.
Super cool.
And,
I bet you're gonna have some super cool stuff.
But yeah, next week I'll be helping at a camp.
I'll be at the beach.
And the week after that I'll be in New York on a
I'll
mission
be in
trip.
Mississippi.
I'm excited about the potential weather in New York. I'm gonna look up the weather real quick.
It should be pretty like 80s, 70s.
I mean, cause like after Monday, I don't ever want to be in the heat again.
Yeah. I always have the weather of New York City pulled up on my phone because it's my favorite city.
Well, this is Redfield, New York. It's definitely very different.
You think?
Mm-mm.
69.
Ooh, 69, highs 85, lows
That's
63.
incredible, man. Who doesn't want to live north?
Oh my gosh, dude! In the week, I think.
That's incredible. Oh,
No, I'll be getting there the next day, but it should still be kind of.
That makes me so. I'm so jealous, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited to not walk outside and instantly be drenched in sweat.
Yeah.
Man, on the last episode, you just had to drop it, huh? That's okay. That's not the first time it's happened. So,
am I gonna have to delete this episode?
No,
Okay.
that's not a delete worthy thing.
I try.
You try so hard. You just want to do it so bad.
I was so mad about Mississippi weather because it's been horrible the past 2 weeks.
And Caleb A.M.'s ending. Look, YouTube. He doesn't mean it.
No, I don't mean it.
He's a silly little boy.
Yeah, I just took it too far, and I'm sorry.
He doesn't mean it. But so, here's my week. Your turn.
Alright, thank you for watching.
It's been a good episode.
I actually do have work, and I gotta be there at 7.
That's why we started at 6:30 instead of 5 a.m. Alright, so Wednesday. I've had a pretty busy week now that I think of it. It's been a long week. And I'm kind of glad about that because I have to move out of the apartment by kind of like Friday night because Saturday morning we're leaving for Super Summer, which I'm so stressed about because I don't know how I'm gonna get there, and I don't want to leave my car at the church, etc., etc. But so kind of enjoyed that the days have gone by slowly because I haven't really got the hardest parts of moving out yet, aka my PC is still there and I don't know what I'm gonna do about it.
Yeah.
I don't have a place to put it. But yeah. So there's that. But I'll talk about all that, all the big parts of moving out and going to Super Summer in 3 weeks. I don't want to go 3 weeks. Maybe in New York I'll have a place that I could wake up early, and I don't want to do that. And I think we start at 7 in the morning, and is it an hour ahead or an hour behind?
New York's an hour ahead.
So 7 is 6 here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. So last Wednesday, we had Caleb A.M. Oh. Golly, my handwriting is so bad.
I can't talk about my week because I can't read it!
No, so after Caleb A.M. ended, for the 3rd week in a row that we were doing 6 a.m.s, which meant we were busy after Caleb A.M. ended.
I feel like it was 4 weeks.
No, it was...
Because didn't you have 2 times and I had 2 times?
You're right, it was 4 weeks.
A month of 6 a.m. Caleb A.M.s. That's crazy.
I knew I had 2 times, but I thought it was only once for
No, because I had the one
yeah,
time.
because you said, oh yeah, I have work. You were like, I have the good work schedule. I have it at 8. And I was like, that means we have to start at 6. And he was like, I don't have the good work schedule. But yeah. So I guess it was 4 weeks. After 4 weeks in a row, scratch what I said about the whole 3 week thing at the beginning of the episode. Now, after 4 weeks in a row where we were busy afterwards. Now, why was the first week at 6?
I don't even remember why the second one was at 6.
The second one was to play disc golf, but that ended up getting canceled, so we could have started at 6:30. But what was the first one?
It was something you had. Because I remember we both had 2, which is why you weren't super mad at me when I had to do it my second time, because you were like, it's okay, I had 2. And I remember the first time.
I don't remember.
Were you going to Jackson?
I wouldn't have had the... I've left Jackson for whenever I wanted.
You were going somewhere, I felt like. Or
I might have to go back and watch the other stuff.
Was somebody coming here?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe it was work.
We didn't play disc golf both times?
It was a Monday that we did it.
The first time was a Monday?
Time, yeah.
Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. I'll go back and watch the episode, but it's it's messing with my head now. I want to know.
I too.
My only guess is work.
Yeah.
I can't imagine there was anything else I was doing that early in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh well. So after Caleb A.M., you left. I was bored. I went and started playing video games. And I got into this great habit of just, while I've been playing video games, I've just pulled my Switch out, set it below my PC, and just started watching shows. So Yeah, that's cool. I've binged a lot of shows lately, so that's been fun. I've watched like 3 seasons of one show I started that I really shouldn't have started because it was so long. But
One Piece?
no, not that long. But now I'm on the 4th season of it, and there's only 4 seasons. I might try to finish it today at some point. Probably won't, but I've got a few other things I need to watch. So I've really enjoyed getting to watch more shows and like animes again.
Are y'all busing in New York?
Yeah.
You'll be able to finish.
Yeah, the only issue with that is I think I'll just abandon my screen time thing that I've been trying to do while I'm on my way to New York and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
You will... Well, I mean, you'll be on... I mean, how long is New York? 18 plus hours?
It's a long drive. It's not that long, but it's pretty long. So
Yeah.
I'm going to bring my Switch, but my Switch won't only last about 2 hours. So... And my phone won't last too long either. I need to bring a charger too.
Y'all might have chargers on the bus.
Yeah, we will, but the person driving with the whatever GPS, they always have their phone plugged in, so I'm always too scared to ask if I can.
Oh, there's only the one plug-in?
Yeah, it's one of the. I mean, it's like an older van, so it has like the.
Okay.
I should bring my car charger thing because it has 2 slots to plug stuff in, and also has room for 2 more car chargers. But yeah, I don't remember what I watched on Wednesday. It's probably a lot of Vinland Saga. No, because I didn't start watching that again until Thursday when I had work. I don't know. I watched something.
Yeah.
It was Handshakers, that awful show. Were you there when we started?
Yeah, I was there.
I finished all of it. It was atrocious.
You think you're a handshaker, don't you?
Yeah. It was bad. I gave it a 22.
No, yeah, we talked about your score in your office.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Because I saw you rating it 1 star.
But it was kind of funny at some points, but it wasn't even like funny bad like some of the other shows I've seen. It was just bad. There was one awesome part though where like one of the villain pairs and like 80% of the villains in the show just once they lost, they just became friends with the good guys, the protagonists. But one of them was a pair, a brother and a sister, and you found out in the sister's like sad backstory moment that she had that she was in love with her younger brother, and it was the most disgusting thing. It was so
horrible.
nasty. And then in like the final episode, they're getting lunch with each other, like the brother, sister, and then the main characters are. And then in the middle of the lunch, the main characters just leave. And then the sister's like, man, they're so cute together. I wish we had what they had. And then the brother's like, well, they don't have to hide their feelings. And then like the camera cuts to them holding hands. I was like, ugh.
That doesn't make sense.
That's so disgusting. Ugh. I hated that show. It was really bad. But so this was what confused me on my paper. I thought that this had started making out. This had started moving out. So that's why I couldn't read it. We started moving out. My mom came up here and helped me and JJ fit more stuff into her van, and then we moved a bunch of stuff to the house.
Nice.
So I moved so much stuff, and when I got back in my room, it looked like I hadn't done anything. And I was like, oh gosh, this is gonna take a while. But yeah. Then we went to Nukes. It wasn't that good. Nukes is pretty mid.
Yeah.
Saw somebody from high school at Nukes. That was cool. Found out she's going to state, so that's cool.
Nice.
And then practice for Sunday, which was that Celebrate Freedom thing that me and JJ were in.
Celebrate tonight.
It was, the practice was really boring for it. I didn't want to go, but I had skipped 2 practices in a row on my own volition. Word of the week. So I
can't wait to just find the most obscure words and use them for this show.
But I was like, this is the last one, I'll go to it. It was boring. Yeah. Thursday, I had work. Oh yeah, Thursday I had work at 8. Supposed to work 8 to 3. ended up working like 8 to 4 ish. So got myself an extra hour. But so I finally I got to work at 8. I had been working at this place for like 3 months now. I finally got a clock in number, so I don't have to like tell my boss my hours when I leave work.
Yeah.
Which was pretty nice. But yeah, so that was cool. Not much happened at work, but I felt, I don't know. I haven't got to do a lot of like stuff by myself at work yet, which is probably going to stay true because the big manager people are kind of like always there helping out when stuff gets confusing, which I'm very happy because when stuff gets confusing, I don't know what to do. But like I did a lot of stuff by myself this week or on Thursday, and it made me feel kind of confident in my job, so that was really cool. But I also had a lot of free time, so I was watching YouTube and Vinland Saga in my apartment, not in my apartment, in my office, and eventually I decided to come outside and come talk to you after you came into my office, so that was cool. And then I ended up getting off work an hour late, and we got to walk back to the apartment together one last time.
Yeah.
That was the last time.
That was the last time.
Kind of sad. But also, I don't like this apartment anymore. I'm just tired of it.
I'm also tired of it, but
I'm
gonna miss my room.
gonna miss my room.
This is the coolest I've ever had my room look, but I think my room at the house is gonna look even cooler.
You've got more room in the house.
Do I actually?
Yeah, Jacob's room is pretty big.
I didn't know. Think I'd have more room than this. Oh, that's good.
It's like, you're gonna have, if you want, you could have like a whole area of your room dedicated just to like a YouTube backdrop, essentially.
I had an idea for my backdrop, and it's gonna look sick. Mr. Thomas is gonna help build the stuff I need.
Oh, that's a massive dub.
Yeah. It's gonna look awesome. I have it in my head. I hope it's gonna look awesome. It could end up looking.
You know those shelves I had?
The Yaka blocks?
Yeah, the Yaka blocks. When I got, wait. I guess that was on Thursday. We went back to, I packed even more in my room, and I ended up taking like the whole shelf, if you didn't notice when you were in there, and all my...
Yeah, I watched. You brought it into my room. I think this could fit in my car.
It did not, but then I took one of the layers off, and it slid in. Nice. But I took that, and then like a lot of my collectible stuff.
Yeah.
So now my room looks really boring. It doesn't look like I'm a fan of anything. But I am, guys, I promise.
He's a big fan.
I really like the stuff. But yeah. So I ended up bringing all those. But when I got to Andy's, he said he had a bunch more of the panels. And I was like, I might make it a little bit bigger. Because he said they were mine, but all the panels he had were different from the ones I had. They were like, they weren't like the grid shape. They were like just, it was like a black sheet pretty much, like I don't know. But it was flat and there were no holes in it. So I pretty much took my whole Yaka block thing apart, which took forever to build. And then while we watched this funny YouTube video, I put them all back in, but I replaced the bottoms with that one. So that way I could put like pops on it, because the pops wouldn't sit right on the things. Mm-hmm. So now I have more room, and I'm gonna try to fill up all of them. And I really tried to do that here, but the only thing I had in them was like discs, bang cans, and manga. And one had books in them. Yeah. But like I took 4 of my like 8 spots with discs, and I don't know why I did that, because I could have separated them more. But I'll find cooler stuff to put in them. Probably put some of my Lego sets on the bottom one.
Cool.
Once Icarus is fully gone.
Yeah.
So he's not there to destroy my stuff.
B504.
Yeah. Sorry. But I did that. Then we went and played disc golf. But like it took us so long at the house. It was like 7:50 before we got to the disc golf course. So and it was me, Jacob, and Andy. JJ set out. So we didn't even get to finish the round, which was really sad because I was doing really good. I was 4 under through 11, but we didn't finish the round. So there was that. I did go back. This was Monday, but I'll talk about it now. We went back and finished the round, and I ended up sucking on the back 9, so it doesn't even matter. But we played the front 9 too, obviously, because because JJ was there, and we weren't gonna just make him walk the whole 12 and all that. And I was really upset with myself because after 5 holes, I could have been 4 down, but I was 2 down.
Dang.
Like I had on 4 and 5, I had 8-foot putts, and I missed both of them.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad. It wasn't like I chained out on a 30-foot putt. It was literally like I didn't need to try, and I just missed them, and it was infuriating. JJ's putts were on fire on Monday though, but so yeah, that was Thursday. After I got back from disc golf, I just showered and played video games. I'm sure I've been really lazy lately, so I don't imagine I did anything else.
I've been lazy too. Dog days of summer, man.
Yeah. Friday.
Yeah.
We woke up and went to Arlington, Tennessee for a disc golf tournament. The drive up there was fun.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited.
Me and JJ went up there. Finally on one of these long drives, I wasn't driving. I didn't have to drive for Andy's either, but that one didn't feel the same because I assumed I wasn't going to have to drive for Andy's wedding. But finally I didn't have to drive, and it was 100 degrees, and my stupid car's AC sucks so bad. If I had to drive up there, it literally would have been an inferno in my car after playing the round. Like, it was so hot, but JJ's beautiful Mustang with those cooled seats kept me cool in between the rounds of the tournament and on the way up there and on the way back, etc., etc. I'm so glad he drove. But we were meeting Connor and Hunter up there, which was fun. I always love hanging out with Connor. And I don't get to see Hunter very often, so it was good to catch up with her. And then, most excitingly, was Cody and his younger brother Nick were there, which Cody, like my old youth pastor.
Yeah.
He invited us to play in the tournament, so I was like, let's just have a fun time. We'll all play in novice, and it'll be a good time. But I don't get to see Cody like ever. I text him every once in a while about something, like when I aced, I told him about it, or when I placed good in a tournament, I'll tell him about it. Pretty much when I want to tell somebody about something disc golf related, I'll text Cody.
Yeah.
When I text all the people that I text.
Does Cody watch Caleb AM?
I don't know. I mentioned Next Topic Media while I was up there, but I don't think he has a YouTube channel or account. Oh, I should text him and tell him I talked about him on Caleb AM today.
You don't have to have an account to watch.
That's true. But you need one to subscribe.
Subscribe. We want 500 by the end of July, guys. Come on.
If only I was here to make content.
Yeah.
I thought of a new video series idea that I'm going to do with Colton. So
cool.
So yeah, we went to Wendy's, got their beautiful deal. I wish
the biggie bag.
The biggie bag is just such a good deal, and it makes me only want to go to Wendy's because I'm so poor right now. Like, I'm tired of going to all these restaurants where my bill comes out to $17 when I could just go to Wendy's and spend $5 on the same amount of food that fills me up just as much. I'm done. I'm going to Chick-fil-A and Wendy's from now on. That's it. Not really. If somebody asks me to go somewhere to eat, I'm a yes man. I'm just going to say sure.
That's not true.
I don't get why we didn't go to... Wendy's is so cheap. My Subway sandwich on Saturday was $17. I'm not going to Subway again.
You spent $17 on a Subway sandwich?
Well, it was $14 plus the meal.
You spent $14 on a Subway sandwich?
I get turkey, ham, and... No, not turkey, ham. Turkey, bacon, and pepperoni.
Good lord.
Bacon and pepperoni are $2 and $2.50.
My sandwich was never over $6.58. Even when I go to a normal Subway.
That's because all you get on yours is ham.
What's the only meat I need?
I really like pepperoni and
I'll
bacon.
And then I'll load it up with a bunch of other stuff.
I might try next time at a Subway and I'm not using my flex or all that. I might just do turkey, but like the pepperoni and bacon are what make my sandwich, but they're very expensive. But so anyways, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
afterwards we went to I should probably go grab a bunch of stuff
Okay.
about from this weekend to show it off.
Okay. I'll just sit here in silence.
That's for the best. Just keep doing that.
Oh God. This is my favorite part of Caleb AM. When Caleb Ladd leaves to grab something that he wants to show everybody. He should be back soon. There he is.
So afterwards we went to Barnes and Noble. And at one point, me and Connor were riding somewhere together on the way back from our practice round, and we decided to go to a GNC to try the new Ghost flavor, and it was okay.
I
But
also tried it this week.
we didn't refrigerate it or anything. But while we were going there, he mentioned that there was this really good froyo place. And have you seen this?
Yes, you showed me last night.
I thought I had because I'm so proud of it. There's one froyo place in particular that has my heart, and it's Minchie's. Do you know what Minchie's is?
It's a frozen yogurt place. That
Is that all
closed
you
down
know?
in Birmingham.
Yeah. Have you ever been to one? It's so good. It's so much better than every froyo place. I'm sorry, Smackers. It just is. But there was one in.
I don't even think Smackers is the best froyo place.
I don't think it is either. But that's just the one around here that
I like
everyone goes to.
local culture better. TBH.
I like Smackers better than local culture, but that's besides the point. It was my favorite. Ow! It was my favorite froyo place. It was right next to a Brewster's too, which was my favorite ice cream place. Brewster's is incredible. But it closed down when I was in like 3rd grade, so they could build a bank there.
Gross.
And every time I'm in Birmingham and I see that bank, it just makes me so sad because it used to be a Minchie's. Like, what the heck, man? But so, Connor was like, "There's this really good froyo place. We have to go there." And I looked. He was like, "I can't remember what it's called." And I looked up frozen yogurt places around me or whatever near me, and one of the top options was Minchie's. And I was like, "Was it TCBY?" He was like, "No, it was something else." I was like, "Was it?" And as soon as I started saying Minchie's, he was like, "Yeah, that's it." I was like, "Yes, yes, yes! We're going to Minchie's."
He got excited.
I was so happy. And then when we went in there, they had these on the wall. This is the Minchie's mascot. And I said, if that is $15 or less, I'll get it. It was $15. It was $14.99. I was like, yes! I get to get the Minchie! And now he's mine. And I'm so proud of this. I sent it to my sister, and
What's
she was
his name?
jealous. Minchie.
Okay.
This is just, it makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you know me. You've seen my room. I really like stuffed animals.
He does like stuffed animals.
I'm a little boy that loves stuffed animals.
He is.
I'm not really ashamed of that fact. I used to be scared that people would make fun of me if they knew I liked stuffed animals. But you know what? It's cool.
I've made fun of him before. He's okay with it.
No, I'm not. But he's so cute. And he's the Minchie's mascot. And I love Minchie's. It makes me so happy.
We need a Caleb AM mascot.
Minchie!
It can't be Minchie. He's already a mascot for somebody. You can't be a mascot for 2 things.
Hank the sheep. I guess he's the mascot of our house. But
Yes,
he can be the mascot of Next Talking Media.
Yeah.
And he'll just live in the house. We also went to Barnes and Noble. I got 2 more of one of my favorite shows, manga, so that's cool. I'm glad that both of these are girls on the cover. The other ones have dudes. That's cool. But
the other one had men.
I mean, the mangas all just take turns showing off characters of the show. But so, I'll keep that for later too. But so, that was Friday. We went somewhere else. We went to Barnes & Noble. Oh, we had Pyros for dinner.
I love Pyros.
I really wanted Cece's Pizza,
love
like,
Pyros.
really bad. And Connor really wanted Cece's Pizza. But JJ would not stop complaining about how bad Cece's is.
I don't think Cece's is bad. I believe Pyros is a lot better than Cece's.
Cece's Pizza has the freaking incredible cinnamon rolls that are so good.
Pyros has the incredible cookie dough bites that are so good.
It's cookie dough. It's not better than the cinnamon rolls.
I don't know.
But, like, We ended up going to Pyros.
I mean,
My
I wouldn't
stupid pizza plus a drink was $17 when I could have gone to CC's for like $9 and gotten way more food.
I mean, I wouldn't have complained either way, but Pyros is like my favorite pizza place. That's not Joe's Pizza.
I never been to Pyros, and it was actually my suggestion, so I'm not upset about going to Pyros. It's just
that
when
thin crust pizza, man.
I got the
whatever
thicker
you
one.
want. Dude, their thin crust is incredible.
But
I prefer thick crust over thin crust, but their thin crust, it's.
Maybe I should have tried.
And I get Alfredo sauce on my pizza.
I didn't know that you liked Pyros, or I would have asked you for recommendations.
I love Pyros.
But I'd always wanted to go to Pyros.
It's awesome.
So I was fine with it.
Every
it
time
was
I'm
just
too below, I go to Pyros.
That's good. When CC's got brought up that there was one, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to go to CC's. I also wanted to go to Jason's Deli because I haven't been to Jason's Deli in forever, and they have that unlimited ice cream stuff.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I wanted Jason's Deli and CC's because of the desserts, and we were already planning on going to Minchie's, so it was fine.
Yeah.
But there was also a vitamin shop right next to the Pyros, which I was going to drink the Bang I got because they had the Swirly Pop in the new can. They also had Purple Haze in the new can, and they were only $1, so I was going to drink a Swirly Pop, but Caleb reminded me that it was Star Black.
I did.
I drink one next week, but we're not doing this in a week. Caleb, no!
Sorry. I gotta take my mini fridge out of here. I just remembered that.
You do. But yeah, so that was that.
Suck.
I did that completely out of order because we went to Barnes & Noble, Pyros, Minchie's, and I went Minchie's, Barnes & Noble, Pyros. But that's okay.
But that's okay.
So that was Friday. Saturday, we had the disc golf tournament. After the first round, I was tied for first place, which is one of the first few times I've ever been on the lead card going into the second round, so I was pretty excited.
The dog days from last year, you would have been, but y'all messed up the scorecard.
Yeah. So this was the first ever time I went on the lead card, actually, I think. Mm-hmm. Potentially. I can't remember other tournaments right now. All I wrote for this Saturday was disc golf tournament. I won. I won the disc golf tournament. It was really, really cool. I had never won. I told JJ that if I won, I would buy him a disc. And the cool thing about this tournament was, like, normally the payouts kind of go, like, the higher divisions have better payouts, and then it gets lower and lower, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But this one was cool because it did it by the amount of people in the division.
Which is smart.
So the novice division had 16 people in it. I beat all of them except for myself because I won.
I was one out of 16.
I was one of the 16. So we actually had the highest payout, which is like really funny to me because like the advanced players were getting like $80, and then I got $153.
Is that for disc?
Yeah, they had like discs set out there.
That's cool.
I got one disc before the tournament started from my player pack, and then I got 4 discs after the tournament. I got 4 for me. One of them I got begrudgingly because there was one of the same disc that had a really cool stamp, but somebody took it from me. I'm still upset about it. But so I got 4 for me. I'll show 3 of them off right now. There was this one. The other disc I got had the same stamp as this. It was just blue, so I didn't feel like showing it off. This one glows in the dark. I think all 3 of these glow in the dark, actually. This is a Juggernaut. I had never heard of it before, and it looks cool, and it was also glow in the dark. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy it.
And it's also your 2 favorite colors.
It's also
your 2 disc golf
my
colors.
2 disc golf colors.
Not
so
favorite colors.
I went to a pink and blue, and then this one I got because of how cool the stamp was, and I needed a destroyer, so I actually got 2 of these. But this is my destroyer, and it looks sick. I love the stamp. So
cool stamp.
I got 2 of them because destroyer is one of the best discs out there. So I got 2 of them.
Yes,
I got 2 of them. 2 of them. So those were my winnings from the disc golf tournament. During the rounds, I don't know. There's not much to talk about. I don't think. I will mention at the start of the tournament, through 4 holes, I was 3 down. And I was like, this is going to be a walk in the cake. What is the 2 sayings? I just confused.
Cake.
A walk in the I know walk in the park, but a piece of cake. I don't know.
I didn't know if you were going for cakewalk or if you were going for
I'm gonna start using that one. This is gonna be a walk in the cake.
It's just gonna be a walk in the cake.
Yeah,
We're walking in the cake today, baby. Come on.
But so the hole that I noticed I was 3 down on, JJ was keeping track of the score for me because I didn't have service, which I'll get to why that's the worst thing ever in a second. I noticed I was 3 down. I made a little joke about how I was like, yes, I'm doing so good. And then I hit a tree on my next drive, and then I didn't throw it far enough, and then it got windy, and I got nervous on the putt, and I ended up overshooting the basket, and then I missed the next putt, and so I double bogeyed the hole. And I was really sad. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And then I parred the next hole, and then I double bogeyed the next hole.
And you still won?
Yeah.
Wowza.
I double bogeyed twice in the first round, and I think I normally.
And you were on the lead card.
Yeah.
That's insane.
But then I birdied a few more times and got back down to even. I birdied 2 more times, I think, and bogeyed once, so I was even again. And that was first place. That was tied for first. It was novice, to be fair.
Yeah.
But so then the second round, I bogeyed the hole that I double bogeyed, the first one, and then the next hole that I double bogeyed it again. So that was just awesome. And I was getting really mad, but one of the dudes on the lead card, he actually triple bogeyed it. Well, he actually quadruple bogeyed it, but he cheated and said that he triple bogeyed it. We were all keeping track of his score, but nobody called him on it for some reason. He cheated a couple times throughout the day, so.
He didn't win.
There was at one point where, like, his disc, was, like, here, and he went to drop his mini, and he just went like that. Like, he just threw it forward. Like, it was like, and Connor and Hunter were sitting there watching him do it. Connor was like, hey, you can't do that. And he was like, oh, did my mini move when I moved that tree? I was like, no, I think you just threw it. But we didn't.
Is that what Connor said? Or?
No. Oh. He was like, yeah, I think when you moved it, it just, like, fell forward. He was like, okay, I'll move it back. And it was like, no, you just got caught cheating. But it was kind of funny. The funny part about that was he had, like, a 6-foot putt. Like, he didn't need to do that. He was going to make it anyway. But, yeah. That was funny. But yeah, so I got 3 double bogeys and several normal bogeys, and I still ended the tournament 1 up and winning. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, I won. Got $153. Yeah. But so I didn't have service, and when we got back to a place where I had service, I was checking my notifications and stuff, and my good friend, my best friend, I would say. He had Snapchatted.
I didn't want to talk about this.
I'm talking about it because it was the worst part.
I was gonna leave it off.
He found a Bang flavor that I haven't had in over a year. I talk about it a lot. Half the time I mention Bang, I bring it up because it's one of my favorite flavors, but I haven't had it in over a year. I get this text from him and it says, "Hey, was purple guava pear the flavor you were looking for?" And I asked JJ. I almost let out a squeal. I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh! Caleb found purple guava pear. I was like, yes, please tell me you got it. Oh my gosh, please tell me you got it. And then you never answered me. And I was like, huh. So later that night, when we were on our way back, I texted him again. I was like, please tell me you got the purple guava pear. Please tell me you got it. And he said, I'm sorry. And I was like, no. I started crying. I was screaming and crying. It was bad. JJ had to calm me down. I wasn't actually that upset about it, and I'm not mad at you about it.
I don't know. You seem pretty upset.
I'm not upset. I was just like, I haven't even had somebody see it in a long time. I think Daniel saw it once, but he was like on vacation and didn't have a good way to get it back. So, but yeah, I was excited for like the whole day because I thought that there was a chance I would get it. But I'll find it again at some point. It's not a big deal. But
well, now I know. Next time I see it, get it.
It's just...
Now I know better.
It's not the fact that you didn't get it. It's like, do you even know me?
I do know you. I'm sorry. There's a lot of Bang flavors, and some of them that I saw I hadn't seen in a long time, so I didn't know if it was purple guava pear or purple haze, or there was another one that I hadn't seen in a while. I just can't remember the name of it. And there was like a sweet tea one that I didn't know existed called Georgia Peach.
That one's pretty good. That's the only tea one that's not bad.
There was like a bunch of different... I didn't know.
That's fair.
I'm sorry, I was overwhelmed. There were a lot of bangs there.
I understand. It's just...
It was literally called Bang Emporium.
I went into the bang store and didn't get you anything. I know how much you hate bangs. We went to
burn down the store.
We went to Olive Garden for dinner, which was fun. Another expensive option. I got to choose the dinner place, but they told me I couldn't choose Cece's and I couldn't choose Jason's Deli. And then when I chose Waffle House, they said we can't all sit together there. So we went to Olive Garden. I was like, so I didn't really get to choose the place. But I do love Olive Garden, and I'm the one that brought up Olive Garden. So I did get to choose. It was just like expensive.
Yeah.
But Olive Garden's so good. So I wasn't upset about it. And then we drove back home. And the drive back was fun.
Mm-hmm.
We listened to a lot of Noah Kahan. A lot. I played some of his older stuff for JJ to hear. And then eventually we listened to Taylor Swift.
Gosh.
For like the last 30 minutes.
Had to say it.
Yeah.
I hate your week.
That's okay. You ruined my week, so...
Thanks.
You didn't actually. Don't worry about it.
Seems like I ruined your week.
If
it makes you feel any better, I have a sad story about that place too.
If it actually hurt my week that bad, I wouldn't have talked about it on Caleb AM.
I wasn't going to talk about it.
Exactly.
But I guess now we have to.
It didn't hurt my week that bad, so I mentioned it on Caleb AM. But yeah. While we were in Arlington, at one point, Hunter told me that I should listen to the two of the newer Taylor Swift albums, Folklore and whatever the other one's called, because she said it was kind of like more indie, and I was like, okay, I might listen. And then JJ played some of them. They were okay. Better than some of the stuff I've heard from her. Better than her pop music. Her pop music is so trash.
I mean, when she was a country artist, I actually liked her.
When she's not making music that is meant to be popular music, I think she's okay. But when she dives into pop music, it's just so bad. It's so bad.
She just has so many horrible songs that are way too popular than they should be. Like,
Look What You Made Me Do.
Shake It Off. Shake It Off's a horrible song.
I hate those are two of the worst songs.
What crap? There's another really popular one that I just cannot stand.
You'll think of it later and tell me about it. So that was Saturday. Sunday, we got back
Blank
from the
Space. Sorry, it's Blank Space.
That one's also bad.
It's a horrible song.
We woke up. We got back really late because we weren't gonna get dinner because it was a 3-hour drive back. We were gonna go straight from the disc golf tournament, but then they talked us into getting dinner because me and JJ can't. We always fold and do what everybody wants. But I was fine with that. But we didn't get back here until like 10:40 or something like that, and I, had to shower, get ready for bed, go to sleep. But then I had to wake up at 6 to go to church because me and JJ had to be at the church at 7:15 in the morning or something like that for the Celebrate Freedom service. Yeah. So that was cool. I was really tired all day on Sunday. But then when we got back, I completely forgot on like Tuesday or Wednesday or Monday or something, Matthew texted me and asked me if I could pick him up from the airport on Sunday afternoon. And I was like, oh yeah, for sure I can do that and if I can't end up not being able to, Caleb or JJ will. And I was like, yeah. And then he texted me on Sunday. He was like, hey, you still good to pick me up from the airport? I was like, oh crap. Completely forgot about that. I was like, yeah. 5 o'clock, right? And he was like, yep. I was like, Columbus Airport, right? He's like, yep. I was like, yep, I'll be there. And like that was like right before I fell asleep because I was so tired. I was like, dang it, now I have to set an alarm. So I set a timer, and I was happy to go pick him up
because Matthew's awesome.
Because Matthew's awesome. I wanted to hang out with Matthew.
He's like top 3 favorite people on earth.
And then around 4:30, JJ came into my room. I was watching a show, and then he asked me if I wanted to go get dinner. I was like, I'm about to go pick up Matthew. We could pick him up and see if he wants to get dinner, and that's what we did. It was fun though. When we were picking up Matthew, my tire pressure light ended up coming on, which always scares me. So that was cool.
Yeah.
But then we went to Casa Brava. It was not good. Never going back. Yeah. But got the hang with the Matt. That's what I call Matthew. That's not actually what I call Matthew.
It's my pet name for Matthew.
I call Matthew. Then after that, I'll let you talk about it more, but you called us and invited us to go play disc golf, so that's what I did. We came back here. Monday, my plan was to wake up, play video games, and then JJ ended up coming into my room and asked me if I wanted to go play disc golf, so I asked Jacob if he wanted to go. He said yes. So me and JJ packed a few things, and we were going to take them over to the house, and I put them all in my car. And then we started driving away, and I noticed that my car was feeling a little weird. And I was like, hold up. So I hopped out of the car, opened my door, I looked at the wheels, and my back left tire was completely flat.
Dang.
And I was like, JJ, my tire's flat. And he was like, what? And we get out, look, and it was like, I mean, I've had my tire pressure get low, but it was just sunk to the ground. I was like, this sucks. So we parked my car, and we just went in JJ's car, and then I told my dad I had a flat. He was like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I was at the apartment, and I noticed it like 3 hours ago. I didn't want to tell you before we played disc golf, because I figured you might want to, tell me how to fix it, and we were about to play disc golf. I didn't want to be on the phone trying to throw while I was playing disc golf.
Yeah.
Oh, I aced!
I gotta go!
But, so yeah, when we got back from disc golf, we played at like 11, so about to get prime heat.
Yeah.
We get back, me and JJ are like looking at the flat tire, and he was like, I guess we can put the spare on, and my jack and like the stuff to lower the tire, the spare tire.
Oh no, here it comes. I know it's about to happen.
We're in the back of my car, under my bang cans. And so, can't really get in there with the bang cans. And so me and JJ had to get pretty much the rest of the garbage bags.
JJ volunteered for this.
And put just all of my bang cans.
There are like 7 garbage bags out there.
There's more than 7. There's 9 full ones and 1 half full one.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, I counted wrong. There's 10 full bags and 1 half bag.
So many bang cans.
Yeah. We should have counted them while we were doing it, but I was pretty stressed out and I didn't want to deal with it.
JJ would not have been happy if he had to count the bang cans.
It would have taken so long, so we didn't. But yeah, so we had to empty the bang cans. Savannah walked out while we were doing it, which was cool because I haven't seen Savannah in a while.
Oh, I got a story about Savannah. I might have said it on Caleb AM last week. I don't know.
But so she was like, "What are y'all doing?" And I was like,
I know I told you the story.
Yeah, you did. I was like, "I got a flat tire, so I have to empty all the bang cans out." And then she reminded me that we need to clean our rooms well because her roommate got charged $250
for cleaning.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. My room was a mess when I got here. Like, there were peanut shells on the floor, and there's still, like, paint on my carpet, which I put that on my list thingy, that there was paint on my carpet.
Just vacuum.
Yeah.
And dust the desk off.
Yeah.
And that off, and take Jack's name off of this if that's been written in dust. But I brought so much stuff in here today to show off, which is funny because I had even more stuff that I left at the house that I was going to show off. But yeah, it was actually kind of fun changing the tire out. It took us a while. We didn't have the proper stuff to do it with, really. We needed a car block, or a tire block, and we didn't have one. So we ended up using this toolkit that I had in the back of my car, and it crushed my tire crushed the toolkit. But it kind of popped back out, so it's fine. But it was fun getting to exert myself. I don't get to use my strength often. And like the lug nuts were super tight in the car, so I was like, I was getting the grunt and stuff. It was so fun. I had a blast. But it was also 100 degrees outside and humid and felt like 110 or something like that. So like I've never been sweatier in my life. Like every part of my body was dripping with sweat, and it was disgusting.
You sound like a man.
Like when we walk.
That?
Thank you.
You sound like a legit man.
That means a lot to me. But
normally you sound like a woman.
when we walked back inside and I went to take a shower, I felt so nasty.
Yeah. And
my shirt was like a different shade of blue because it was just all sweat. And like I tried to take it off and it was like sticking to me. I was like, it was so disgusting.
That's gross.
It was nasty.
Yeah.
But like changing the tire was pretty fun.
That's
And now I have the extra trunk space for bangs, so that's kind of cool. Not for I have like the trunk space to put stuff in it to move to the house, so that's nice. Except right now there's like a tire in it, so I don't actually have the extra trunk space, but more than I did before when there was 600 bang cans in it. But then me and JJ, I came inside and played video games with Jack because Jack had the day off from work because it was like July 4th Eve. So that was cool. And then me and JJ went to Columbus and we went to Cracker Barrel for dinner. We went to TJ Maxx to shop. Neither of us got anything. And then we went to... Where did we go?
This is why you
Oh.
write things down.
We went to his apartment so he could get some stuff to help him pack.
Yeah.
And then we went to Dairy Queen and I got another s'mores blizzard because those things are really, really good.
They're very good.
And then we came back here and probably just played video games again that night. Tuesday. This has been like the longest it's ever taken me to talk about.
Almost an hour.
Well, we started Caleb AM an hour ago.
Yeah, but it's almost 7. You started your week at 7:46.
I did.
So yeah, so 51 minutes.
Yeah.
Currently, so almost an hour.
I've had to really cram my weeks lately because we've been starting early because we have to be fast.
Which I'll be long. I'll probably be long too, but we can be long.
Yeah, it's not a big deal today.
Yeah.
Except I do have someone to be at 8. So. No.
No, I'm just kidding.
Tuesday. Let's see what I wrote down.
Leaves after you talk about your week. All right, I gotta go talk about your week, Caleb.
Have fun. Colton had planned on coming over to watch The Flash with me. I had forgot that he had planned on doing that. But he texted me, he was like, you still want to watch The Flash? I was in that kind of lazy mood because Monday was going to be my lazy day, which got interrupted by a flat tire. But so I was like, he was like, still want to watch The Flash? I was like, yeah, I'm down. And then we looked up the show times. It's been taken out of theaters, so it was just hilarious to me. So I was like, you can still come over. We can go like get lunch, do a little shopping, and then come back and watch
You shopped a lot this week.
a show. Yeah, I did. I was trying to stay cheap this.
I'm trying not to shop this week because I'm moving, but I am buying something today. So.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to go get that with you.
I'm excited.
I hope it's still 50% off, but it was like
If it's not, I just won't buy it.
$80 and then on clearance for $50, and then do you have a pro membership? You can get $5 off.
I thought you said it was 40. I was
40. It was $80, 50% off is
Okay.
40.
because I can't go 50.
Maybe you can get $5 off too for 36.
I don't think I have a pro membership. I have a membership. I don't think it's pro though.
Well, you'll find out today if you ask you if you want a $5 off. I would give you mine, but I'll get to that. So we went to No Way. It was a lot better than. You should take the bang can back to Starkville House and not put the bag in your car so you can use your clothes. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna do that.
Smart.
So we went to No Way, so much better than Casa Brava, but their chips are really good. Their cheese dip is just decent, and then their regular food is just decent. And it makes me miss the Columbus restaurants, because like Mija and Mi Toro are better than anything I've had in Starkville besides Lata, but Lata's too expensive. So
Last time I went, it was not expensive, but I guess inflation.
Yeah.
You better start cleaning now. I'm gonna come back and clean later because I don't feel like it today. When I'm gonna do like a deep clean because my bathroom's disgusting.
Yeah.
So.
And you can always just clean everything.
I'll clean everything.
You and Colton are gonna have to clean the kitchen and the living room.
I'm okay with that.
I'm gonna get my room cleaned out. But so, yeah. After that, we went to Five Below and Marshall's because I'm trying to find something for 600. You mean 1,000?
Oh, bang cans. No, it's definitely not 1,000. It was 365 last time I counted, but that was like 2 years ago, I guess. And it's probably close to 700 now, but it's definitely not 1,000.
All we have to do is measure the volume of each bang can, measure the volume of the trash bags, and then multiply. I don't think you'd multiply, but
Multiply it by 10 and then add half. But
carry the 2.
I could count one bag and then take a rough estimate. I might do that when I empty them out again.
Yeah.
But, yeah. We went to Five Below in Marshall, so I was trying to find some clothes for Super Summer. Their sock selection sucks now. When we went,
That sucks.
they had all those cool socks and we bought some.
Yeah, you bought me a pair. I wore them Sunday.
I did. I noticed that because you were rocking them.
Yeah.
And I was really upset with that. I was disappointed. But they also didn't have anything that I could wear for Super Summer, really. So I didn't buy anything for Marshalls, but we went to Five Below. They had a Demon Slayer puzzle I almost bought. I'm going to buy that at some point. It's only $5, so, you know, it's kind of worth it. But I was like, I'll wait till I'm in the house because I'm not going to make it right now. But they also had, like, these cheap $5 posters. It was like a pack of 12 posters for $5, and they were all Demon Slayer.
That's pretty cool.
They all had like a logo for the brand that made the posters on the bottom, which is annoying because it's like, this is why they're cheap, because you got this ugly watermark on the bottom of all the posters. But if, you know, they're cheap, I don't care that much. I'm probably not going to take the posters out. I'm just going to set them in my room somewhere, like the book. Because the logo of the book, I don't think has the thing, and it just looks cool, so whatever, I don't care. It's Five Below, you know, you just buy stuff in there. But me and Colton each got this, like, Japanese soda. I got a mango one, he got a watermelon one. Neither of them were that good, but they came in cool glass bottles that we threw away.
We didn't keep them.
They were, like, kind of fat on the bottom, and then just had kind of like that.
Yeah.
They were cool. They didn't taste bad. They just weren't good. But Colton, I was like, I'm not going to be able to finish this. I'm just going to throw it. It was like, no, just chug it. I was like, I can't chug.
Just chug.
I can't chug drinks, and I definitely can't chug a carbonated drink. And these things were ultra carbonated. Like, when you drank it, you know when you drink a carbonated drink, some of the drinks, it just seems to disappear because it was like just bubbles. It was like 80% of it. Like, you drink a lot, and then like, if you let it sit in your mouth, there would be like a little bit of liquid in there.
That's funny.
It was so bubbly. But he ended up, like, he took both of them and did this and chugged both of them at the same time. And then as soon as he did it, he was like, oh, I don't feel good. And then he let out the nastiest burp ever. It was disgusting.
Sounds like a cool
And then he was like, he like almost started crying while we were walking around Marshall's because he was like, oh man, it's like expanding my stomach. Oh man.
Well, it was only 20% liquid and 80% carbonation.
I mean, like I don't know, like the bubbles were just expanding or something.
Yeah.
You don't drink him that fast. It was a bad idea.
Yeah, bad idea.
But he lived to tell the tale.
That's good.
I hope.
Colton.
Colton.
Maybe that's why he's not on Caleb AM chat today.
Dang, rest in peace. So then after that, we went to GameStop to see something. I don't know why we went.
I'm glad you did.
But,
because I get to start my
while we were in there,
collection.
I saw the helmets and I was like, oh, I was telling Caleb about these, and they were like, I guess they moved them from the Columbus one to the Starkville one because there was 2 at the Columbus one.
Are they both 50%
Yeah.
off?
They're both there.
What are they?
Oh, they're both the pink one. So, yeah. But that was cool. But while we were in there, we walked in, it was 2:25, and he was like, just so y'all know, we close in 5 minutes. I was like, oh. So, but they reopened at 3, so we ended up just leaving after looking around. But when we left, I noticed there was a pop from the Demon Slayer pops that I didn't have.
Nice.
It was Rui. It was the only one that I don't have, actually, besides the of the mainline ones. There's some like specialty ones I don't have. It's the only one I don't have besides Tanjiro eating noodles. So I was like, I kind of want it. It's the one I want the least, kind of, because I have Rui already, and it's Tanjiro fighting Rui, and this is literally just Rui standing there. And he's one of the villains, so I'm not too big on like having it. But obviously I want it, because I want all of them, and I'm a collector. But you know, they're like $13. I didn't need to spend $13. But it was like Super Anime Week or something, so all the anime related stuff was 30% off.
Is it still that's this week? Because I might, if Spike Spiegel's there, I might buy that pop too.
Yeah. So I went and, well, this was yesterday, so yeah, it would still be today.
I love how our week system works.
Yeah, because this is the start of the week for us.
Yeah.
I
forget that.
This is
not for everybody.
This is a new
else.
week for us, not for everybody else. For Colton and my mom, it is. They watch the show every week. But yeah. So when we got back in the car, I did the math. I was like, 30% off of $13 is like $4, so I could get it for $9. And then I was like, wait, it's July now. I have a $5 off coupon for the pro membership that I get once a month. I was like, I could get this thing for $4. And then it was also like some pro week to where pro members get 5% off their purchases. So I got 5% off of $4. So I was like, we got to go back. We'll go back at 3. We go back. I got that thing for $4.19. It was awesome because I was so happy that I got the Kanoa pop. Kanoa. Can't say it.
Yeah.
I got another Demon Slayer pop for $8 the other day, and I was really happy with that. But I got this one for $4. So now I just need one more, and I've completed that collection of that 5 pop set. You know, so that's pretty awesome. And then we came back here. We started our journey of making this new series that I want to make on the YouTube channel. It'll be a while before the first episode comes out because of Super Summer in New York, but that's okay. Because after that, I think we could pump one out once a week, so that's cool. And I'll tell you about that off camera. I don't want to spoil it. And then Colton ended up having to leave because of 4th of July stuff, so I went into my room and I took a shower, and I started playing video games, and I felt inspired to draw, so I started drawing again. And I drew 3 things, and I think they look pretty good.
I think they look really good.
So I'm proud of myself.
I'm proud of you.
I took a picture of them, but I don't think it'll show up if I pull it. I could go grab the book that I drew them in, but I've grabbed too much stuff.
You have.
So, yeah. But I drew Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke. Just their heads. I didn't feel like doing full body. But I was very proud of how they came out. So, I'm happy. Andy texted me at like 1 in the morning and complimented me. Your shading quality is insanely good.
That's
such a hard thing for people to get the hang of.
I said the same thing. Specifically about his hair. But is that your week?
That was my, let's see if it shows up.
A little bit. There's a glare from the ring light, but
Boom.
the hair shading was really good.
Tanjiro's face. Boom. Zenitsu's face. This is him mid-fight scene. That's why he doesn't have pupils, because that's one of my favorite things. And then boom, Inosuke. Whenever the characters lose their eyeballs and they don't have pupils in the middle of the fight scene, that's when you know it's getting intense. There's one part, okay, now I need to watch that episode again. I love Demon Slayer so much. It's my favorite show ever. Talk about your week now.
Thank you. Okay, so I forgot to write Wednesday now, but I went to work and then I came back here, and I think I know we played Mario Chase for a little bit. I don't know what else we did Wednesday, but I know you guys had practice. Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know what I did. I'm sure I just played Super Mega Baseball all day. Anyways, that was my Wednesday.
That's what you were doing when we left for practice.
Yeah, that's probably what I just kept doing. Thursday, it was my last day of work for the summer. I guess August 14th counts as summer, but not really, because it's the first week of classes, and I have to work then for freshmen who didn't go to their orientation, who haven't since moved to campus.
We're probably just going to skip orientation again.
Probably. But I'm upset because it was a transfer orientation, and I had a goal to sell 6 meal plans. So, I had the late shift, which meant I was going to get the fair, the panel, the fair, the info center, and the panel. Our fair was the slowest our fair had been, so I figured that meant
Was this Thursday or
Thursday.
It was very slow.
Yeah, so I thought Thursday a lot of people would come to the panel or not the panel, to the fair. Not to the fair. Sorry. Because the fair was so slow, I thought they were going to come to the info center. I did not see a single person in the info center. Except for you. I meant like transfer student. Part of the reason why, I don't know why, but anyways, part of the reason why the fair was so slow is because we had to do the fair upstairs because all the tables downstairs were taken because we got there late. Or we didn't even get there late. We got there the time we always do. I guess everyone was just there early, which was weird, and we ended up going upstairs. So, and most of the time, people either go to the fair just upstairs right after they check in, or if it's a transfer orientation, they don't go upstairs at all. So, it was really slow. My boss asked me to get a clipboard and go around and talk to people about meal plans, so I did, and I passed out a lot of forms, but no one filled them out and gave them back to me, which sucked. And then I went back upstairs because I ran out of forms, and when I did, the other intern with me had like a long line, so I started talking to people up there and helping them, which was nice because that's my favorite part of the job is the fair because it's easy. But it's not easy. It's just you talk to people and they come up to you and ask you questions, and you don't have to be like, hey, you want to hear about meal plans or stuff like that, you know. So I enjoyed that part of the job, but did not sell anything there, and that was very upsetting. But I was like, okay, not a lot of people showed up to the fair, but I told a lot of people, come to the info center if you fill out your form or have any questions. Sadly, Caleb came and kept me company, but nobody came, which was very upsetting. And then I was going to go to the panel, and I thought, okay, surely it's the last part of the orientation. There's going to be people there who are going to get meal plans, right? I will sell some. My boss said they pushed the panel back, that I could get there about 3:55, 4 o'clock, and be good. Well, that's what I thought. So I get to the panel, and there are people just flooding out of Lee Hall. And I'm like, most of the time, people leave the panel early anyways, because at that point they had heard all this information already from somebody.
Yeah.
So I was thinking like, wow, that's a lot of people leaving the panel, and I'm looking, and they're all holding forms like for meal plans, and I'm like, what? And I walk in. By the time I get to the auditorium, there's 3 people in there that aren't the panelists. And I get down there to my boss. She's like, yeah, so they ended early. It's like, really? But so that made me mad because she said she like 10 people filled out forms and stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh,
They did you so dirty.
oh my gosh, that was commission. And then she asked if since I had like 15 minutes left in my shift, she was like, you want to walk around and see if anybody needs help or anything? And I was like, yeah. I walked right outside of Lee Hall, and it was really cool because as soon as I did, there was a mom and a son sitting at a table looking at the meal plan pamphlet. So I was like, okay. Hey, I noticed you guys are talking about meal plans. Did y'all have any questions or need any help with anything? And they're like, yeah, we think we're going to do this commuter. And then they started asking me, like, do you think, like, you're a student here, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, do you think the commuter would be enough? And I was like, yeah, it'll be enough.
No, you need more.
You need the ultimate.
More!
And so we were just talking about, like, where he was living and stuff. And he's living at College View. And I was like, do you cook a lot? And he was like, no, not really. But he said, I really don't plan on coming to campus, like, because College View's not its own campus, but it's not closer to classes than here.
Is it like that one?
It's the one past the Humphrey Coliseum.
Oh.
Yeah. That's like, it's the...
Oh, yeah. That's where Annie Grace lives.
Yeah, so it's kind of far out the way in my opinion. But... And he was like, I really don't plan on like driving up here or walking out here much. I'll rather, if I'm going to take the time to go eat, I'm probably just going to go eat somewhere else. Like off campus, and all that makes sense. Then yeah, the commuter's fine. Because that'll get you lunch every day. And you'll have flex dollars to spend. And I was like, if you just felt like you needed more, you could do the Greek plan. It's not going to be as many block meals, but you're going to get a lot of flex dollars. But the commuter should be fine. And they were like, okay, where do we go to fill out a form, or do we just go online? I was like, I have a form right here, actually.
Boom!
And so I got 1 out of the 6 sales I wanted to make that day. And then
That's more than 0.
more than 0. I was just upset, though. And then I kept walking around. Nobody was there. So I checked out. I clocked out early, and we got to walk back together. So
For the last time.
yeah. And then Thursday night, I had praise band practice. It was really nice, and I know sometimes I tend to over exaggerate, but this is not over exaggeration. I played the best guitar solo of my life at praise band practice. It
Is
wasn't
that over
planned.
exaggeration?
No,
Really?
I'm just dead serious. It wasn't a planned thing. We were singing a song called Freedom Reigns, and it's a pretty slow, simple song in the key of G. And my pastor just like, whenever, if he wants me to play, he'll just give me like the nod. And he gave me the nod, so I started playing. And I don't know what happened, but they literally, like, I was shaking because I'd done so good. And I don't normally do, like my solos
there
aren't,
to hear it.
my solos aren't bad by any means, but most of the time they're just pretty basic, generic stuff. I was throwing in double stops. I had bends. I was killing it. I don't know what happened, and
Yeah, I hate I missed
yeah,
that.
and like
Did it sound a little like this?
yeah. But yeah, exactly like that. That's exactly what I did. But yeah, no. This guy in our praise band named Devin, he's our backup drummer, and he also sings. But he was like, "Can we practice that again so that we can hear that?" And I was like, "It made me feel good." But yeah,
But who'd you do it for?
I did forgot.
Amen.
But yeah,
I had to keep you straight.
yeah, thank you. I was just proud of myself though, because it was beautiful, and my tone was perfect, and I wasn't overpowering with my volume. And it was just, I don't know, it was
Are
awesome.
you singing?
No, I was my guitar volume, but and then I
You should play it again.
I should, if I can I remember the beginning of it, because
I'm just so intrigued. I want to hear it. You could add into the song that you're totally gonna make,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I'm gonna make multiple songs.
Please just record them for me.
I wrote one last week that I'm really proud of, but anyways. I also pre-ordered Spider-Man 2. I got the deluxe edition, so I get 10 extra suits, plus the 3 that come with the pre-order, as well as skill points to start my skill trees earlier. And
I forgot that there was a skill tree.
there's like multiple skill trees. There's a web-slinging
Yeah.
one, a combat one, and a defense one. They might add more. I don't know. And since you want to get, there's going to be skill trees for both Miles and Peter now. I wanted those skill points. So, got that. And there was a good chunk of my paycheck right there, but it's okay, because
It's fine.
it's fine. I wanted it very badly. But yeah, that was my Thursday. Friday was mainly a chill day. I didn't do too much. Colby from our church came over, and so this is the full news part. So that I told you about last night.
Oh.
So
I forgot you said that.
I was making a sticker on my mom's Cricut, and it was the C Space Cowboy font from the end of Cowboy Bebop, and it said C Space Cowboy ... And I was gonna put it on my pedal board, and he was looking at it, he's like, "Dude, Cowboy Bebop," and I was like, "You watch Cowboy Bebop?" He was like, "Dude, of course I watch Cowboy Bebop. You know me," which I should have known. He's not like he's a nerd for his time, so like he doesn't keep up with like the MCU or new anime or like
How old is he?
DCEU. He's in his 30s or late 20s, early 30s.
Uh-huh.
I think he's like 29. But he's like a nerd from like the 80s and 90s, so he knows like everything from there. So Cowboy Bebop, older TV. I don't know. I just said Cowboy Bebop because we talked about it. But yeah, like
I get what you're saying.
comic book arcs from the 90s, because he said he grew up in a place that had a comic book store and he went all the time. So, but he's like a nerd for his time, and he said, I used to like just never want to watch anime, but he said his brother got him into a couple of shows, and Cowboy Bebop was one of them. He looked at me, he's like, "Dude, if you like Cowboy Bebop, you need to watch Samurai Champloo." And I was like,
Oh yeah, I've heard a lot of people say it's
"Okay,
good.
awesome." And I told you I wanted like a new show to watch, and I asked you to suggest some animes that you think I might like, because I was like, I'll watch an anime. But I ended up watching Samurai Champloo. Haven't finished it yet, but so far it is my favorite anime ever. It is sick.
I've heard it's good.
It is awesome. I love it so much. Mugen is like would be my top 10 characters of all time, assuming they don't ruin them, because it's like 24 episodes. I'm on episode 8, but it's freaking awesome. I love it. It's the same vibe as Cowboy Bebop. The music is really cool, but instead of it being in space and they're bounty hunters, it's in Japan and they're samurais.
Sounds
And
like better than Cowboy Bebop.
it's awesome, dude. I love it so much, and it's funny too. Like laughed out loud multiple times.
It's rare when
Yeah.
an anime is like actually funny.
Yeah, it's not like the point of the show to be funny, but this one it's like it's making me laugh, and I'm loving it.
There's been a few shows that have been able to consistently make
Yeah.
me laugh.
The intro is fire too. It's not like a normal anime intro song though. It's like a hip hop thing, but it's really cool, and the action's really cool in the show, and
I'm gonna have to watch it at some
Yeah.
point. I kind of forgot it existed until you said that.
there's
but-
been some like bone cracking or where I've had to like I've had to like cover my ears because you know me. But other than that, I love the show.
While I was finishing up Vinland Saga, I'm like, I think of like people that don't like anime would probably like this show because it's kind of like, it feels a lot more like a cartoon.
Yeah.
But it's really, really good. Like I want to get Jack to watch it because he likes stuff like that, but he also hates anime, so I don't think he would. It's also really long, but it's like the storytelling in Vinland Saga is some of the best out there. It's so good, and they take a long time to tell certain stories if they need to. They don't rush stuff, and I appreciate when shows are willing to do that.
Yeah.
Because you lose your audience that's a bunch of like 14-year-old boys that just want to see people get killed by Vikings.
Yeah.
But I finished season 2. It's so good, and I almost told you that you should watch it the other day, but it's pretty gory, and there's a lot of bone breaking. Like the main character. Okay, no, I'm not even gonna tell you about it. I'm not gonna mention it.
Samurai Champloo has a lot of like, it's not really gore. There's a lot of blood, but it's cartoon blood, so it doesn't really bother me. The only thing that's bothering me is the sound of the bones breaking.
There's a
Which I've
decent
had
bit of
to
that in.
close my eyes, but I've been wanting to get a disc plate too, and I was gonna get a Cowboy Bebop one or a Spider-Man one, and now I'm gonna get a Samurai Champloo one because, gosh, I love that show now.
You should finish
His
the
sword,
show first, though.
I
just in
should.
case.
I plan on it, but his sword is so cool. Like, it's, oh my god.
You should watch Demon Slayer.
I know. You've been telling me.
I will watch it with you. We don't have to wait for Colton now.
Yeah, but
You should also watch It Invaded. Don't ignore my suggestion
I'm
just
not gonna
because you're
ignore it.
watching Samurai Champloo.
I'm gonna finish Samurai Champloo though before I start anything. But I plan on finishing it.
It Invaded is sick. I think you'll really like it.
We're going
It's a psychological crime show.
You told me
about the mind.
I think I'm gonna watch it.
I was telling Andy about how excited I was that I told you to watch it.
You told me about it Thursday,
Yeah, I did.
and I was gonna text you because Friday night, like I said, it was a chill day. I wasn't planning on doing much. I was gonna text you to tell me what that show was. I should have remembered the id, but I know. But then Colby told me I should watch. He actually suggested 2 things: Samurai Champloo and Bleach. And,
Bleach is really long.
Yeah.
It also apparently gets bad after the first season.
And they said, and I looked at what it was about. It's about ghosts and stuff, and I'm like, that's not for me. But,
Andy started it, and he said he loved the first season, but he couldn't stand anything after it.
But I thought Bleach was a cool name. I don't even know what Champloo means, but I love Samurai Champloo. It's just like, it's like Cowboy Bebop if you take away the annoying little kid and you put it in China and you have better action. It's funnier. The music, I don't know. The musics are kind of equal. They're 2 completely different styles of music. I love the music in Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop's
but
best thing is probably the music. It's really good.
Spike is
that
really
or
cool.
Spike. Spike's one of my
Spike's
favorite.
awesome.
Spike's one of my favorite characters.
And I love.
I'm sure he was on my honorable mentions.
I love the episodes where they go back to like his backstory too.
Those are my least favorite episodes.
Really, I love those episodes. I love Spike's backstory though.
I like his
And-
backstory. Those were just my least favorite episodes.
But I think the dude that does Mugen is the same voice actor as Spike though. If not, then they sound almost exactly alike.
They're probably the same. If the shows came out around the same time.
Mugen's freaking awesome. Sadly they don't make Funko Pops of the show though. So, anyways, watch Samurai Champloo. Still watching it. I plan on we're going to Destin Saturday, and I plan on finishing it on our way to Destin. So looking forward to that. And then Saturday, I went to Mobile to pick up Lauren. She was staffer at Fuge for 2 weeks, and she was done with her 2 weeks. So went to pick her up in Mobile. Went to a gas station. There was a lot of bangs.
Interesting.
Purple guava pear included.
Interesting.
Sorry about that.
It's funny.
There it goes. Okay. Anyways, but they didn't have any rains at all, which was weird. because they also had the Phase Pop Ghost, which is a GNC exclusive. They also had Swirly Pop, which is 7-Eleven. So I don't know what was happening,
But
but
exclusives, I'm pretty sure that just means they distribute them to those places, but you can still just like buy
Yeah.
12 packs and resell them.
they were but I was able to try the Phase Pop Cold, which no one else that I know has done yet. And it was pretty good.
It was decent. It was just a worse version of Swedish Fish.
It was a worse version of a Bomb Pop. It didn't taste like.
It didn't taste like a bomb pop. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It tasted a little bit like a Swedish Fish Ghost. It just wasn't
Yeah.
nearly as good.
I was really hopeful because I love Bomb Pops and the can was cool, but it's okay. So I ended up trying that. I'm sorry about the purple Baba pear. I'll find you one, I promise. And then my family had our 4th of July thing, which really wasn't a 4th of July thing. We just ate supper and hung out the rest of the night, which Lauren fell asleep when she got to my house because she was tired. So I just kind of hung out with my family, which it's fun. Anyways, then there was Sunday. So this is where my Bible verse comes in. Sunday morning, I wake up at 7:30 on Sundays, just because I don't like waking up. I like waking up before 8 if I can. And I lay in my bed for a while though. Get in the shower at 8, get dressed. We leave at 9 because we have to be there at 9:30 we run over our praise band songs again for that day, and then church starts at 10:30. But at 6, when I woke up, I had a text from 6 in the morning. It was my pastor's wife. She was like, "Hey, do you mind after praise and worship talking about what freedom means to you?" I was like, okay. So I was laying in my bed at 7:30. I was like, what am I going to talk about? So I just opened my Bible, started looking, and I found that verse. And I'll read it again.
Read it again for the people in the back.
Yeah, for people who missed the beginning of the show. But yeah, it's no temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind, and God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear, but when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. And to me, this is like the ultimate freedom, because before we knew Christ, there really wasn't a way out of sin and temptation. It's just all we knew.
Mm-hmm.
And then Christ came along, and now when we are tempted, we have the freedom to choose not to do it and to look for God's way out. And that's just what I talked about while I was on stage talking to my church, and I felt like I talked really good, which was awesome. And
Can't wait to go watch the live stream of this.
and I'll send you the link, or we can just go find it after this. But my voice was a little shaky because I was nervous, because I've preached in front of my church before, but I wasn't nervous then because I had like 3 weeks to prepare for that.
Yeah, I feel you.
And this was like, I was kind of winging it other than the Bible verse and like my main point, which is what I just said. But apparently I did really good. My mom came up to me and she was like, you know, when you tell me you're going to seminary, it's hard for me to believe you, just because you're so weird. But when I hear you talk about God in church, I totally see it. And you have a gift. I was like, oh, thanks, Mom.
Shout out to your mom for that.
It's like, but yeah, so
She's spitting the facts.
she is. Thank you, Caleb. But so yeah, that happened. And then my guitar solo. We sang the song. I was like, okay, we got this. I was feeling the song. Was getting ready to play, and my pastor just never handed me the song to play with, so I didn't get to do my solo, but it was okay because we were worshiping.
Oh my gosh.
And
Sorry, I decided to find out when GameStop opened. It doesn't open until noon.
that's okay. We have stuff to do before that. But yeah, didn't play my solo. That was okay. Went to youth. A couple. We have some people who are going into 7th grade in our church, so I got more people in my youth group. And then this girl named Maya, whose dad lives in Ohio. She's been in Ohio the entire summer, but she's back now. So my youth group was like a pretty good size on Sunday, which was fun.
Nice.
And one of the kids in my youth group, his name is Cadence. I talked to him a lot about just random stuff. And he was like, and I talked about disc golf a pretty good bit in youth. And he was like, I've never played disc golf before. You think we can go play sometime? And I was like, absolutely, we can go play
So
sometime.
right now.
And I was like, what are you doing later today? And he was like, nothing. I was like, you want to go play later today? He was like, yeah, absolutely. So I told him we needed to watch the weather because there was a chance of like severe thunderstorms and stuff, and I wanted to wait later in the day so it'd cool down.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched the weather for a while, and then at like 5:30, I think I went and picked him up. I don't know. And then I forgot how close he lives to Starkville. He lives close to where Ian lives, like on that same road. So I was like, it's probably closer to go to Starkville from here than it is to go to like Lake Lowndes. So we went to Lakeside and played around there, and he did really good for his first time ever playing. He went 14 up, which sounds very high, but for your first time,
That's good.
he had one of the most insane upshots with a flick I'd ever seen in my life. It was the second hole, and he drove it. He drove it in like the tall grass on hole 2. He found his disc. He went, and it landed right underneath the basket. I was like, dude, you might beat me. He did not beat me, but
What'd you get?
I think I went 4 up. It was a bad day for me, but yeah, he did throw a lot of disc in the woods, so we spent a lot of time in the woods. So it took longer to finish than I thought. But we still had time, and I was like, there's another course that might be good for you because they have the short tees. It's called Wise. Do you want to go play that, or are you tired? He's like, no, I'm good to go play another round. I was like, hey, gonna go play the front 9 at Wise. You want to go?
I didn't know he was looking for advice, or I would have coached him more.
Yeah, it's okay. I just thought you might want to offer it, and I didn't want to say, hey, this guy sucks at disc golf. Can you give him some advice?
Well,
but
if you didn't notice, I gave him a little bit of advice,
Yeah.
but if you didn't notice, it took me 2 rounds of playing with Riley before I was like, maybe I here, let me help. Which I should have learned because she was appreciative.
I was very excited though because I was like, y'all are going to see his flick shots because they're very impressive for his first time playing. And then he didn't do good. And then hole 9,
he cracked under the pressure when he saw my winnings.
Yeah. But we get to hole 9, and he flicks it very well over the.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and JJ was like, "Holy crap, dude!"
It was
like
it was really
what I've been
good.
saying.
I was impressed.
That's what he did like all day at Lakeside for the most part. And I was like, his upshots and putts need some.
Wait, actually, has he subscribed to this channel?
Yeah.
That was impressive.
He was one of like the first 20 subscribers, but yeah, he was afraid. He said since he was using my disc, he was afraid to like try to actually putt and miss the basket and lose the disc. I was like, Cadence, if you're gonna lose a disc, you're gonna lose it on your drive. You're not gonna lose it on the putt. I promise.
That's why I'm still using my putter that has all the signatures on it because I'm not gonna lose the putter.
No, like he still is like putting them like under the basket. I'm like, dude, just go for it. It can't hurt. And he's just like still doing it. I was like, okay, fine. But
fine, just suck.
Yeah.
Just be terrible.
He had one drive. He used a Mamba that we found, and there was a number on it. And I called the number and told him I left it at hole 1 or texted the number, but I was letting him use it for that round. But he thought it was hole 8, and he thought he was using his destroyer because they were both red, and he flicked the Mamba and it went, instead of doing that, it went, and it just carried, and he ended up like in the ditch of hole 8, and
it's not a bad spot.
Not a bad spot to be in. It was just he was just so confused. Like, I thought those were supposed to go to the right. And I was like, they are. And then I looked at his disc and I was like, oh,
you threw the wrong one.
But yeah. Anyways, I had a lot of fun with him though. We had some good talks, and he said he wants to go play again. So,
that's a dub.
Yeah. And then we went to McDonald's afterwards, and I got the Happy Meal.
I'm so sad that I went to Casa Brava and y'all went to McDonald's afterwards.
I'm sorry.
My meal was $17.
I thought with my Happy Meal I was going to get the Grimace toy. I did not get the
Did
Grimace
you try
toy.
the Grimace shake?
No. And I ended up getting a toy from Elemental, and it was this little log dude on a bike, and the wheel on the bike wouldn't roll that much, so it would just go and stop. And it made me
was it
so
one of those
mad.
ones you're supposed to pull back in the video? No.
I tried that, and I was so mad.
Did you see Elemental's marketing stuff that they did? So bad.
I hate it so much. Oh my
Everybody,
gosh.
what was the dude's name?
I don't remember.
It was that bad. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I'm not going to see the movie now.
I was
I wanted
a
to go
little
see
interested,
it, but
and then I saw the marketing. I was like, nope.
I'm not. But yeah, I was very disappointed in that toy. And then JJ also got me the Spot Funko Pop, which, thank you, JJ. It's awesome. It's at my house. But
Yeah, he saw it first.
Yeah. Which is cool because I did tell JJ that the only pop I would buy from that movie would
Yeah, I
be
remember
Spot
you
because I already have.
He
Miles
said he
Morales is in my box, but I already
he said he
have
found you something, and he was like, I was like, Spot Pop. He was like, yeah, that's the only one he wanted.
But yeah, Monday was another pretty chill day, but it was a lot of fun. I watched a lot of Samurai Champloo, and by a lot, just like
One episode.
no, I watched like 5, I think. But hung out with my family. We played poker. It was a lot of fun because we hadn't played poker in a long time. We also
Invite
played
me next
Skippo, and then turns out we were talking about the Post Malone cups, and me and Riley are going to Tupelo. Tomorrow's Mr. Thomas's birthday, but tomorrow we're celebrating tomorrow night. In the morning, me and Riley are going to Tupelo to go to Cane's, and I'm gonna get the second cup. Turns out one of Riley's friends has the first cup, and they're giving it to me. And I offered to give them like $5 for it, but they're just giving it to me. So now I have both cups. And then I found out that the cups aren't just on those days. The cup is from July 6th
To the next day.
until the next cup.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I didn't know that, or I would have gone to Raising Cane's already and gotten the first cup. But I didn't know that, but now I do. So
now we don't have to go on that one specific day.
right, which is
Well, actually, if we're going for the last cup, we probably should.
I'm
We don't
going.
know when it would end.
I'm going on I'm going on August 2nd because that's my favorite cup of the 4. I want to get all 4, and I plan on it. So yeah, that was cool on Monday. Yesterday was the 4th of July. We were gonna go to Lake Tiacata with. We were gonna go to Lake Tiacata. I was gonna go to Lake Tiacata with Lauren and her family. They ended up deciding they wanted to go to a water park instead, and we were gonna go to Alabama Adventure, which I really didn't want to go to Alabama Adventure because I didn't want to ride all the way to Birmingham.
Could
But
have gone to Mobile to a gas station.
but
Who said that?
we ended up checking the radar, and turns out it was going to like storm pretty bad, and like there's a chance of hail in Birmingham and Bessemer and all that stuff. So we ended up going to Fayette, which me and Lauren had a lot of fun because we just basically swam in the lazy river and talked because we hadn't seen each other a lot in the past 3 weeks. So it was awesome. And I went down one slide. I went down the red slide, and that was it. And
Everybody loves the blue one, but the red one was always my favorite.
the red one's my favorite because it's nice. It's like the perfect amount of relaxing and exciting combined. The blue one hurts my back.
The blue one's
It's the funnest one. It's the fastest one, but it hurts my back.
yeah.
And I
It's
didn't.
so dark in there though.
I like the yellow one because it's just a fun little drop, but I didn't do the yellow one.
Yeah, the yellow one's fun.
I just did the red one.
I used to be scared of the blue one
Yeah.
because it was so dark. I was like, if I get stuck, it's too tight. I can't.
Every time I get at it, I go down there and my back hurts and it's burning. But yeah, it's okay. I did the red one. I was happy just doing the red one.
I like the red one a lot.
But yeah, and that was fun. And then we went back to Lauren's house afterwards. Well, I went back home and took a shower and took my wet clothes home. But I went back to her house after that, and we had barbecue nachos and sandwiches, and they were really good. And then Comedy Central was doing a gym Dependence Day. Instead of Independence, they were doing Gym Dependence. So there was an office marathon. And
Just episodes that had Jim in it. So every single episode.
And it was weird though because they weren't going in order. They were just playing random episodes. So it'd be like we watched part 1 of an episode. What episode was it?
Weight loss. Niagara. Lecture circuit.
No, it wasn't Lecture Circuit. What was it? It was one with like what the freak was it? Okay, I don't know. Besides, we watched a part 1 episode, and maybe it was
What happened in the episode?
it was the safety training.
Safety training.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was part 1 of safety training. And then we watched an episode where Aaron and Andy first start dating at the happy hour place, and they're trying to tell people that they're not dating, and then they end up telling people they're dating. And the next episode they played was Sweeney Todd, when
I think
Aaron's dating Gabe now.
Safety training is a one-parter.
What's the fire one? What's that one called?
Was that a two-parter?
Mm-hmm. No, not that. The other, the one where he does the fire drill, not the actual fire.
Oh.
Not the one that Ryan starts.
That's weight loss.
That's weight loss. No, it's not. They're not fat in that episode.
Oh, crap. What's that one called? The Office.
The one where they do the CPR on the mannequin and all that stuff because Stanley has his heart attack and.
Yeah.
Season 5. It's season 5.
Stress relief. Dang it.
Yeah.
When I said weight loss, that's what I was thinking about.
Stress relief.
Because Stress Relief Part 1 and 2 are two of my favorite episodes.
They did Stress Relief.
So
They
funny.
are. They did Stress Relief Part 1, but didn't do Part 2, and it made me mad. But they did like a bunch of weird episodes out of order. But it was still fun to watch The Office. And we just did that all day. And then I came back here and started packing my stuff. And after this, I'm going to take down all my drawings and throw them away.
No.
That's okay. I'll redraw. I'll do a new Spider-Man drawing, and I'll do a different Power Ranger helmet for the house. And I'm gonna do a bet. I'm gonna see if I can buy a better Caleb AM sign. But
We need the... I know we're in your room, and I know we'll still be in your room, but I want some of my stuff on the Caleb AM set, if you don't mind.
I don't mind. So yeah, and that was my week. Really had a good week.
What was your number score for the week?
I gave it a 91.
That's awesome.
It was chill. I played a lot of Super Mega Baseball. Found a new show that I love to watch. My girlfriend came home finally.
And you're gonna have two other shows that you're really gonna like too.
Yeah, and
I can't wait till you watch Demon Slayer. It's my favorite thing to talk about.
we're going to the beach
That's why I really like hanging out with Jacob lately.
because he talks about Demon Slayer.
He likes it not as much as I do, but he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have anything negative to say about it.
Right.
So me and him, every time I'm around him, I'm sure the other people there get annoyed because we end up just talking about Demon Slayer or other animes or whatever. And JJ has been there for most of them, and he just kind of gets to sit there and listen to us talk about stuff that he doesn't like at all. But yeah.
Also, yesterday JJ hugged me. He was shirtless, and I was itchy after it. I was like, "What the crap?" And I looked down at my shirt, and I'm just covered in hair, like all the way down.
I think he
was
trimmed his hair.
I was like,
something.
what the frick? I didn't realize it did that.
When is Chick-fil-A breakfast in? 9:30?
Probably like 10:30.
10:30? I'm gonna get Chick-fil-A breakfast.
I'll go. I'm not hungry, but I'll go with you. Because I normally skip breakfast, but I'll go with you for sure.
Word.
But yeah, and then my plan the rest of the day is gonna strip my bed, put all that stuff in my hamper, take my posters down, and then I'm gonna put my shoes in their boxes, but I'm not taking them with me yet because I don't have the room in my car. But that's my plan for the rest of the day. And then I'll probably be back sometime next week to finish it up.
I will be gone on Saturday.
I also will be. If I do come back next week, it'll be Thursday or later because I'm gone from Saturday to Wednesday. But
I'm gone Saturday to Friday. Oh man,
you're gonna think I'm really stupid. I've been looking at your socks, and I keep looking at the dink, but I'm seeing it backwards, and I'm like, why does it say Quip? And why is Quip spelled with a backwards K? And I realized it was Dink.
Aunt Heather got them for me. They're
Shout
pickleball.
out Aunt
Shout out
Heather.
Aunt Heather. If she ever watches this, these are the socks. I really like them. She also got me some disc golf socks that are going to be my tournament socks and a disc golf shirt. It's not going to be my tournament shirt because I have a Prodigy shirt that I wear for tournaments if I'm not playing with Charlie, because if me and Charlie are playing, we wear a CL Twins shirt.
Yeah.
But, yeah. It'll just be a normal shirt that I wear because it will let people know I like disc golf.
He does. He loves disc golf.
I love disc golf. I didn't mention this, but now that you've mentioned Quip, remind me of Quiplash. At the tournament next to hole 1, they had like 4 porta potties, and the brand of the porta potty was Safety Quip. And I used one both times, and both times when I walked back to JJ, I was like, JJ, I just used a Safety Quip. I only get half points. And
Assuming you win.
I thought it was
Yeah.
hilarious. Well, still, no matter what, I only get half points if I get voted for.
Oh. Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot how Quiplash worked. But yeah,
Were you there when we played the other day?
I think I was.
I think you
I
were.
remember playing last week with you guys. But I don't know when the last time I
I
played.
just thought about how I'm going to play disc golf this afternoon with Connor, and I hope JJ can go because I really don't want to drive my car right now.
Yeah.
The spare tire is stressing me out because people are like, no, never drive on a spare tire, you'll die. It's like, what?
I don't think that's true.
Why do they give you spare tires if you can't drive on them?
Yeah.
I mean, I get why you don't want to, but like, it's a full size spare.
Yeah, I don't think.
I just don't. I don't want to deal with it before I leave. I got so much stuff I'm stressing about.
That's fair.
So
Yeah.
I'm just not. I'm gonna replace my tire when I get back from New York and Super Summit.
Well,
And until then, I just don't really want to drive a lot, which I don't need to because gas ain't cheap.
Yeah.
So
ain't cheap, cuz.
facts on
So, you want to schedule our day while we're still in Calabasas? Because I know we're gonna go get Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A right after this because I'm
Right.
a hungry
And then
little boy.
come back here, finish, do some packing and stuff, and then do you want to go house then GameStop
Yeah.
around noonish?
Yeah.
Um.
We can leave for the house at like 11:30.
Yeah, that works. And then I'm not taking anything to the house because I don't trust Icarus. But
That's fair.
actually,
Jacob said that Icarus has been staying in Andy's room or outside because Icarus is scared of Jacob. So if Jacob's there, he leaves the door open, but Icarus never leaves. the room.
honestly, if JJ is interested, or not interested, if JJ's okay with it, I might take my clothes there and put them in JJ's room so I just don't have to take those home because I've packed up all my
I
clothes.
put some stuff in JJ's room. I put my mangas and my books in JJ's room, but I guess the humidity is weird in there because I went in there and like the pages were like folding up, and it made me so mad. I was like,
I don't think my clothes would be bothered by that, but
they wouldn't.
I have a box specifically with my Spider-Man stuff in it.
Do not put that
I'm
in
not
JJ's
put-
room.
I'll take
I
them
moved
home.
them to my room. I put them in
Yeah.
the top of my dresser. I was like, because Icarus can't get up here. I mean, he could if he wanted to, but.
But yeah, if JJ's okay with it, I might just put my clothes in his room.
I left my Death Star, not my Death Star, I'm a moron, my Millennium Falcon in JJ's room because that won't get messed up.
Yeah.
But I was really sad because I'm very big on keeping my stuff in good condition,
Same.
and when it's not in good condition, I'm willing to spend money on this again. Like I have one of my Demon Slayer mangas has a small little tear in the top of it. I'm like, I'm gonna rebuy this one day, and I'm
Yeah.
not gonna feel guilty about it.
Shouldn't.
I'm gonna have both of them still,
Yeah.
but I'll leave the more messed up one somewhere else. But yeah,
See, like, I try my best to keep my box in, like, the best condition possible, so I'm very careful when packing them and stuff, and then I think, like, honestly, am I ever going to sell these? I tell myself one day, like, when I just don't have room for them, I'll sell my collection for a solid 5 G's and I'll take a nice vacation. Because I think my collection will be worth that by the time I get to that point. I wanna sell them.
you should set out some that you want less than others.
I mean, I have a list on my phone of, like, my favorites to least favorites, but then again, like, for example, I'm not crazy about that Luke Skywalker one. I think it's cool. It glows in the dark. Is it entertainment? Something exclusive, whatever. But at the same time, it's like it's hard for me to sell it.
I understand that.
But like, I don't know.
If I were to sell my pops, I wouldn't sell any of my Demon Slayer ones or any of my Overwatch ones. I'd either sell the Moomin Rider or the Office pops.
Because I remember like every pop where I bought it or where it was given to me, and like what I was wearing. I don't know. I don't
That's
know.
how I feel about all my Demon Slayer pops.
And
then I couldn't sell the Thanos one because that was a gift to me.
and like I know.
Thankfully, that didn't spark I want to buy all the Avengers pops because that would have been bad.
Yeah.
I still try to stick to my favorite show and my favorite video game.
Yeah.
If they made Fire Emblem pops though, I'd buy those things so fast.
I'm just like,
Get on it, Pop. I'll buy them.
yeah.
You got at least one buyer. Isn't that enough to make them?
I know, like, some of these are, like, I already have some that are in the $100 range of, like, being worth pops, and then some of these I'm like, I don't think 20 years from now I'm going to be able to sell the Fallout Boy pops. I don't think anyone's gonna care about Fall Out Boy.
I don't know.
They're a really popular band.
I mean, think
But,
about
like-
when they're not a band anymore.
That's true.
Like a One Direction pop would be worth a lot of money,
Yeah.
or a Kiss pop would be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, I regret that.
They'll be worth more because once they're not a
I
band.
guess
anymore.
you're right.
I think of stuff like this when they make these like collector, like there's
Right.
like it's like a golden Power Ranger, golden Black Panther, and a golden Ant-Man. Like when they're making those, I feel like their intention is like, oh, they're gold, they'll be worth money, but like, why?
That was just the 10 year of Marvel Studios.
I mean, I know what it was for.
Yeah.
It was for 10 years. It's just like
I don't know.
it's like it's a cool collector's item. It's just like
The gold Ant-Man was my second pop ever.
I don't think
It's the
that they'll
first one.
actually be worth that much.
That's the first one that I bought for myself too. I was proud of that one. My first one ever was Brian Swanson, the one with the coffee mug, and that was a gift from Caleb and Andy for Christmas a long time ago.
Oh, you're welcome. I didn't know we started that.
Yeah, no, y'all did. I always wanted to collect them, but I always told myself like no, because I know like I will get way out of hand because I'm a collector.
And you were very similar.
Yeah, and I was just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. So I never bought one, and then you guys got me the Ron Swanson one, and I was like, I said thank you, and I was very happy and grateful for it. And it's my favorite Funko Pop that I own because it was my first and it was a gift from you guys. But I went home and was like, crap. And then like over the span of the next 10 days, I bought 4.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, that Ant-Man one was the second one I ever bought. I was at Krispy Kreme with my mom and my grandmother, and I walked into GameStop and they had a golden Ant-Man. And at the time, Ant-Man was my favorite MCU character, so I bought it.
Yeah, for me with Pops, I always thought they were cool. I'm a big collector. Like, I would rather get like a poster or like a figurine of something
Right.
than like, I don't know. I don't like
Than a
something
pop.
else.
Oh,
No, just I like stuff like this.
oh, okay. Yeah.
I like collectibles.
I thought you were
that-
saying you'd rather get like posters or stuff.
No, I would rather get something that will sit still and I can look at and it looks cool for like decoration.
Yeah.
I like decorations. I like collectibles.
I'm so excited to decorate my room again.
I am too.
I'm looking forward to it.
I love stuff like that. It's fun. You can
Yeah.
show off what you like,
Mhm.
and it's not too expensive.
And that's why I love pops that are in the range of like, depending on sales and stuff, like $5 to $20. Most of the time
Yeah.
they're about the $12 price.
I found some
And
of the bigger size ones that are like $30 that I really want, but
Yeah.
I can't. Those are like a hey, my birthday's coming up.
there's
But my birthday just happened.
There's a ginormous Batman one at the comic book store. It's not even a comic book store anymore. I don't know why I call it that. The gaming store in Columbus for like $100, and it's a massive pop. But
The one that's like it's so big, it's just in a big box.
Yeah.
That doesn't have any plastic on
if
it.
there was a Spider-Man one, I'd get it.
There was a
but
Pikachu one that,
I don't care much about Batman.
and one there's like an All Might one, I think, but yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember what I was saying about.
It's just there's
But-
just a character for everything, dude. Like,
When I started collecting Pops, like Andy told me they were dumb, Jack told me they were dumb. Everybody was telling me that Pops were stupid, and I was like, but they're cool. You can like just have them, and they
I don't-
sit there.
I don't think they're stupid at all.
And
I
I
just
like-
never bought them because I didn't want to start collecting them.
Yeah, I mean, you keep yours in boxes. I like taking mine out.
Mm-hmm.
I keep some of mine in boxes.
I used to take
But,
my
like-
music ones out because I had a shelf in my room that had all my my guitar pedal boxes on them. So I'd take the music ones out of the box and put them in front of that because I thought it looked cool.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I don't know what I'll do with them at the new house. I might take some of them out, but
I really like taking mine out.
I
I don't
like
know.
the
I don't know
boxes.
really why I do. I just prefer them when they're out of the box.
I
But
like the boxes.
I do also like. They're much easier to set up. You can set up way more of them in a smaller space because you can stack them. Which I had a problem with that. I ran out of room on my desk, but I'll have a lot more room in the house. But like, I don't know. I ended up buying Andy like a Dark Trooper for Christmas one year. It's just like
Yeah.
a small gift. And like when I bought that, I was like, yeah, I want Pops now.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember what the first one I bought was, but you got me the Thanos one, and then after that, I was like, I'm gonna buy an Overwatch one.
Yeah.
Ryan got me a Pop one time. Somebody got me a Widowmaker Pop. It's funny when I look at my Overwatch Pops, I have like my favorite characters. I still don't have a Diva and Mech. I need it so bad, but I can't ever find one.
Yeah.
But I have like Diva, Mercy, Tracer.
Mhm.
Although I hate fighting against Tracer, but I still like Tracer. Reinhardt, same
Yeah.
for Reinhardt. I have all these characters I really like, but I also have Sombra, Doomfist, Symmetra, Zarya, and Widowmaker, which are like literally my 5 least favorite characters. I can't stand them.
That's funny.
And it's like, I don't know why I have these. I think they were all bought for me. Like, Ryan gave me a Widowmaker pop. Julia found the Sombra one for cheap and got it. The Doomfist, I might have just bought that one, I'm not sure. I definitely didn't buy Symmetra. I don't know how I got that one, but I'm a diva man. I didn't buy Symmetra or Zarya. I'm a diva man. Those characters are the bane of my existence.
But one day, Funko Pop has this thing where you can go to their warehouse and make your own custom Funko Pop.
I would make
And they make
an
like
Edelgard one so fast.
I'll just make one of myself.
I feel like I would look
I'd
really
love
boring
to
as a
have-
Funko
I
Pop.
wouldn't. I'd give myself a guitar and like a lightsaber in the other hand. And yeah, I think I'd look sick. And they make like a custom box for you and everything. And they're saying they're gonna start let you do it online. They're gonna let you do it online in like the next year.
And it'll be $500.
In the store, it's like 20.
That's not bad. If it was $20, I would make one for. Over time, I would make one for Edelgard, Dimitri, and Claude, because those are the 3 like. They're not the main character you play as Byleth, but those are the 3 like house leaders in 3 houses.
I would make one
Which
for
is
each.
pretty much my favorite video game at this point, since Overwatch has completely ran itself into the ground.
I would make
So-
one for each Next Topic Media member and put the Next Topic Media logo on the box and just have them stand.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be sick. That's why, like, if I ever do become famous for anything, I don't care about what merchandise I have. I just want my own Funko.
I want a Funko
I
Pop
want my
with
own
me.
Funko Pop.
I know I just said I would feel like I would look boring, but if we were famous,
Dude.
I could have like a shirt that had like the Peach Crisp logo
Yeah.
on it, and I could be holding a mug that said Caleb AM. You could have all these like little hidden details. If I ever had a little
Dude,
statuette of myself, I would hide so many small details on it. Because like one of my favorite things is when I buy something, I like finding like stuff that shows that the creator cares. Like my game theory merch, there's a lot of small stuff on it.
there's so many cool little things that Funko does. Like, have you seen the inside of the Michael box before?
Does it have like a quote on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the ones that do quotes.
Says that's what she said on the.
Yeah.
I
Some
think
of-
that's sick.
I don't have any of my pops here because they're I put them all at the house, but some of the Demon Slayer ones have quotes on them. The thing that I can't remember if it's on it or not, but if you'd seen the movie, you'd understand. But Rengoku's big thing that he says is "Set your heart ablaze," which is one of the coolest moments of history. I could watch that all day. It's
history.
Why are you on, Siri? When you watch it one day, you will feel the hype. You'll get the chills and all that. I hope I watch it with you. But yeah, I don't think it was on his pop. It might have been. I just am not remembering. I might check when
I'm
we go to
watching
the house
myself
today.
stretch on the monitor. Sorry, everybody. My knees.
But Gyu's has something on it, and if you remember correctly, Gyu's my favorite Demon Slayer character. So.
Oh, Tanjiro is your favorite Demon Slayer character. Sorry.
Gyu, remember?
No.
Top 10 fictional characters, Gyu was number 2.
So, who's number 1? R2D2.
R2D2.
Yeah.
I think Gyu was number 2. He
I'm
should've
excited.
been.
I'm really excited to do top 10 villains. I just don't think we ever will.
We need to. Gyu might be number 1. Oh.
I love my villain list.
Gyu was number 5. I forgot about Devo, Winnie the Pooh, and Spider-Man.
I love Winnie the Pooh.
Gyu could be number 1 at this point. I love him so much. I think every character from Demon Slayer can be in my top 10. I would have to have like, I don't know. But yeah, with season 3 being out of Demon Slayer, I've been on a Demon Slayer kick like this.
Yeah.
But I like that. That's like my one thing. At this point, one nerdy thing I'm willing to spend money on.
Yeah.
So I bet that pop's expensive.
It is. It's the book face exclusive, and it's a Chase. Chase ones are always. That's why I'll never take it out of the box protector of the box. But I really want to because I want to see if there's a gym quote in here.
That is my least favorite thing about pops. I could probably pull it off of the one that you just did. And I just spilled my bang on your floor.
Oh man, now I'm gonna have to get charged a cleaning fee.
Do you have a towel in here?
Yeah. Hold on. These are the only ones I have left here.
There's no like sugar or anything in bangs. Nothing's gonna happen. Your floor just might be a little wet for a second. But like when you can tell when you open the pop boxes, it's so hard not to
mess them up.
Not to mess them up.
I know.
And like every time I do it, I'm like, all right, just.
Which I've opened this one multiple times because I have a tiny Christmas tree in my room, and I put this one on my Christmas tree because it's Michael Scott.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Michael Scott goes first, by the way. Yeah. I have them organized.
Yeah, he's really hanging off over there.
Yeah, it's because
I like how Jack's name is still visible.
I just never wiped it off.
But like you'd assume that dust would have collected back over it.
Any pop I have in a box protector, it's because it's a special
expensive.
one.
Yeah.
Which this one, I need to get one. I've never seen like a long box protector for one, but
the Cabbage Man.
yeah, that's my second most expensive one. And my first most expensive one, I have a special. It's in a box protector, and I have a special box for it. I have a special box for it to travel in.
As I'm looking at your things, as I look at the Cabbage Man, I just think about that's cool. I think about your room in your dorm.
Wow.
I don't know, and it makes me feel nostalgic when we used to live in dorms.
If I would have known how much this one would have been worth,
You
I
would
would
have
have
bought multiple?
I would have bought like 7 because they had a bunch of them at the GameStop in Tupelo. Evan didn't buy one. He said he really wanted one, but it was like a $20 Funko Pop. He's like, I really just don't want to spend $20 on a Funko Pop, but now it's worth over $100, and I'm like,
Dude, you could have had so much money.
I would have sold like all 6 of them, and kept one, but it's okay.
If they were worth that much, I would have sold all but 2 of them and then waited a few more years.
I didn't know they would be.
Well, I mean, I understand why you wouldn't. When I see a bunch of one pop, I assume that it won't ever be worth money because there's so many of them. But
my second favorite Funko Pop is the one that was in that special box. It's the Miles Morales Foot Locker exclusive from Into the Spider-Verse. And it's him. He's half invisible, which I think is sick.
Wait, you have that?
Mm-hmm.
How have I never seen that?
It's normally the one that's next to the Spider-Man shoe.
I know I've seen the pop before.
I packed it up with my Spider-Man stuff.
I've seen the box before, but I don't remember knowing or noticing he was half invisible.
Yeah, it's his bottom half, so in the box it's hard to see.
That'd be it.
I'm too scared to open that box, so.
Valid. But boom! Did I scare you?
Yes. It was more the shock factor than. Well, guys, not that we're ending.
I'm really
You're
hungry.
Well, guys.
It's still on the wall.
This has been a great semester / half of a summer. I guess over half of a summer.
Pretty much a whole year in here. I don't think we'll be able to get any of these out.
I don't think they're going to notice the holes in my wall.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to get any of these out.
I'll get them, Caleb. It's okay.
You have so many pencils. I should have taken one of yours last
I
night.
just found these in my drawer yesterday.
Can I have one?
Yeah. I didn't even realize I had them.
I'm gonna take a purple one and a blue one. I was trying to draw, and I have a 0.9 millimeter lead pencil, and it's kind of hard to draw with because it's thicker. Yeah, this is. Oh, I just adjusted my pants right in front of the camera. I'm gonna step back so people can see more of me. Yeah, I know. Y'all didn't think I was this tall, but I'm very tall.
He's a tall man.
I didn't think I would be this tall.
He gets it from his father.
I do have a very tall dad and a very short mom.
That's why Andy and your sister are short.
Poor Andy. He's not that short, man.
He's like my height, and that's short.
For a lad, man, I guess it is. But he's married, so he doesn't.
It doesn't
Who
matter.
cares?
He's on top of the world.
Once you get married or have a girlfriend, it doesn't matter what people say about you.
Man, I don't know if that's true.
It would hurt.
At least for the girlfriend part.
It would hurt my feelings less.
I get like the marriage part.
The marriage part especially.
Yeah, when you're married,
You're set.
you're good. If you're married.
I got one out, and I think that's all I'm gonna be able to do. I'm sorry. I tried to help.
It's okay.
Oh, while you're doing this, I'm looking at them. It reminds me of a funny story I'll tell. So while we were in Arlington, or
This one is really in there.
yeah, I couldn't get that one. Or wherever Cody lives. For for the disc golf tournament, JJ had like put a bunch of his stuff in his backpack, and he had some like thumbtacks that he was using to like put something in a wall.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, that bozo, that silly goose, that little goober, when he took the thumbtacks off of his wall, and instead of like, you know, putting them in a case or throwing them away, he just threw them in a random pocket in his backpack.
What a silly goober.
What a goober. What a silly goose.
Were they?
And while we were at Cody's, I walk in there and he's like frantically searching the floor, and I was like, JJ, what are you doing? He was like, I had 4 thumbtacks in my bag, and now I only have 2. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Now the rest of the time we're here, I have to be scared of just stepping on a thumbtack. And I was like, oh gosh, how did this? Why did you leave them in a bag in your backpack? Just not in a bag, just in your backpack. He's like, I don't know. I took them out and left them in there. I was like, why would you do that? I would be so scared to reach my hand in that pocket for the rest of the time I had that backpack. Goodbye, Caleb AM.
The sign's gone.
It's gone. I can't wait till we get a nice sign for the house.
Yeah.
The Caleb AM setup is going to be fire at the house.
I've had this artwork up here like the whole time. I'm gonna explain it while I take it down.
Is it Riverdale?
No.
That's good.
It's.
I don't know why you'd have that up there if it was Riverdale.
Yeah.
Is it the Power Rangers?
No. I'll tell you what it is. Just let me.
Is it the Justice League?
No.
But yeah, he did find the thumbtacks, but I was really nervous for a little bit. It was really funny though. I was just so confused as to why he would put thumbtacks in his backpack and not like throw them away or something.
Okay. Let me. Come on. Come out. Okay. So this one, back first semester in my history class, since I didn't have to pay attention in that class to get an A, and I just had to read the textbook before the exam, I decided I'd write a comic book in that class. And by write, I mean write dialogue in my notebook with these characters, and I decided to draw the characters to have an image of them. And this is them. It was called Gramercy Academy. They were all superheroes.
Parrots!
They weren't like superheroes, but they had superpowers, so they didn't wear like outfits or anything. They just had like cool powers. He was like the really smart dude. I don't remember the name. And he had like...
That's Harris.
Yeah. He had like telepathy and stuff. And then Adriana, she had super senses. Eddie was super fast. Mason was super strong. And Liv could conduct electricity. It was good for me. I don't think people would like it, but
I think it's pretty cool.
I think people would like it.
Should we do the rest of these not on? We got the Caleb AM sign down. I don't know if you want to finish getting everything else.
I'm just going to get the paper off. I won't get like that stuff down, but I just want these down so I can throw them on the when we leave. But
that's fair.
yeah, then we can. Oh no. Okay, I didn't lose it.
Just throw all these in this Darth Vader backpack.
Yeah.
Darth Vader backpack.
Yeah, that was a gift for Christmas. I thought it was a Darth Vader costume when I opened it. It was not.
It was not. Well, hey, we got to use it in the ranking the Star Wars video.
Oh, I mean, I love the bag. I used to use it as my Bible bag, but then people made fun of me because I was carrying up.
But now you're in college and you can do it again. It'd be cool.
Yeah. I love how we're doing this law.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I wanted to explain them once I took them down.
Well, I don't think those take a lot of explaining, but fair enough.
But I'm going to.
Oh, that one hurt.
I'll get them, Caleb. It's okay.
This is faster. I'm really hungry.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm hurrying. This one is Spider-Man. I drew this picture. Only traced a few of the things in there, so I was proud of it.
Dude, I love that I've been able to draw without tracing stuff.
I'm proud of you. But yeah, and I drew the Empire State Building. I drew a Yankees logo. I drew a Chinese takeout box. A bunch of cool stuff. And then this, I'm not throwing away. I'm keeping. This is a thank you card from kids in my youth group.
So awesome. Awesome.
Got this back in November, so I'm not throwing this away.
Since we're showing off all the stuff that you drew,
Mm-hmm.
I'll show off all the stuff I drew over the semester. This is the Battle Cats. I didn't trace any of these. I was proud of them. I thought they were pretty spot on. Besides the cow. Cow cat was bad. It's from a mobile game I played. This is Kirby and Waddle Dee. I think Kirby's my best looking drawing that I did. I think he was pretty spot on. And I didn't trace it at all, which I was proud of. This is the Self-Destruct and the Deadeye Ultimate logos. Those are just kind of whatever. I was bored one day and did those. There's so much eraser markings on the side of this one. They won't come off. But this is the... I showed these off earlier. These are what I'm most proud of. They got the Kitsune masks and then Tanjiro and Nosuke and Zenitsu. I'm very proud of these. Especially Tanjiro. I think he looks really good. Like, I'm looking at that and I'm like, I didn't do that. That's not me. Because I used to suck at drawing. Like, I couldn't do it at all. I didn't think I could ever do something this good. And it's not even that good. It's just, like, better than what I thought I could do.
Yeah.
So I'm proud of myself.
This one is, if I had my own signature strap, this is what it would look like. A bunch of different designs. Buddy Guys, polka dots, Jimi Hendrix flower design, and then some other ones that I liked. And then this would be my logo. It's my initials in cursive in the shape of a heart. But yeah.
That's cool.
And then the last one, this one took a lot of time because I did a lot of shading. Not really, but like dark shading. And I cut it out.
Yeah.
This is my favorite Power Ranger series ever was Power Rangers Dino Thunder.
Oh, I just got shivers.
Barely beating out Mighty Morphin.
Mm.
But this one had a cooler story and cooler characters and better acting. But this is the Red Ranger's helmet, and that's the Dino Thunder logo. And I put them together and cut it out. That's all my drawings.
The wall's so empty
It's so
now.
empty now, I know. And once I take all that stuff down, it's going to look really empty. But
And you can take these down really fast. Like this.
don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. He's doing it.
What's it stuck on? Oh. Goodbye, vinyl.
Yeah, I gotta throw these out too.
Gotta destroy these.
Yeah.
We might as well take the Pulp Fiction poster down too.
Might as well.
Your wall's gonna look so boring.
I know. You want me to? I know you don't like doing it. I'll do it.
It's fine.
I bought this. I was gonna buy a bunch of like small movie posters and like make a collage with them, and so I bought this one as my first one. And I didn't know it was gonna have a white border, and I didn't know it was gonna be like this canvas material. So now,
it is.
so now I'm not gonna do it. But
You can get the last two.
okay. But yeah,
This is so cool that we're doing this live. It's like they get to watch us, and
I know.
I'm so sad.
I'm gonna go back and rewatch this and cry.
I'm really sad.
I'm happy like to be moving into a new place, and I'm still with my friends, so it's not like
I'm really excited to make a new set.
Yeah,
I guess I'm just sad that it's going to be 3 weeks before we get to use that set.
yeah.
Might be longer because we might have to do the
Jacob-
first episode in either in my room or in
I
your
don't,
house.
I don't know when Jacob's moving out. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's the Pulp Fiction poster. Next season or whatever, next location, it will be a different poster. Maybe if I buy one.
I have a bunch of Demon Slayer posters. We could hang one of those up.
Not in my room. Until I watch the show. If I watch the show and I like it, maybe.
Well, this is the Caleb AM section of your room. It's supposed to be both of us.
I have to have a Kill Bam section.
I thought that this was what it was.
I also do other videos and stuff here.
I guess that's true, but
My
you're
next-
gonna
my next
have
room-
more room in your room than you think.
With my Rex room, I plan on making like a cool backdrop behind my desk for like all, if I do any sit down videos and stuff. But my plan is to have shelves so we can always like take my stuff down and put your stuff up for Caleb AM and stuff. So it's not like it's like gonna be
Yeah,
just
don't want
drawings
this
and
blue
stuff.
one. There's paint all over it.
All right, well,
Oh, there's that coffee that I got you and gave to you on Caleb AM.
yeah.
That I didn't know that you couldn't make because I didn't know how coffee worked back then. So
Yeah. That's cool. You started drinking coffee, or not starting drinking coffee, but you drank coffee this semester.
I did. I really like Fraps.
I like Fraps too, but you get made fun of because they're not. Oh, look at my wall,
It's really boring.
dude. We look smaller.
I look bigger because I've scooted towards the thing, but you do look smaller.
This is sad.
Are we gonna get a new picture for this in the bottom right, the logo?
Yeah, we are. I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but we're gonna do a new logo for sure.
I'm excited looking forward.
I'm excited too. It's just, it's sad,
Looking back, it is a little sad.
but I'm excited for the future, and you know, we'll have probably have 2 years in the next location. So
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
Yeah. I don't want to go 2 weeks without Caleb and though. It's gonna be so sad.
I don't either, but
Those Wednesday mornings are gonna be rough because I'm not even gonna be able to wake up to Wednesday morning caffeine.
I'm gonna rewatch old
I'm
episodes.
gonna rewatch an episode. That's the only thing I can do.
Yeah, I'll rewatch this one and cry, but
I'll go back and rewatch the one from 4 weeks ago because I want to know what I was doing at 8 a.m.
yeah. Alrighty, you ready to go get breakfast?
I'm hungry. It's just bittersweet, you know.
Yeah. Well, my name's Caleb Griffin,
My name's Caleb Ladd.
and this has been Caleb AM.
You just got Caleb and
We will see you guys for season 2.
in 3 weeks. Good luck surviving without us.